Drum roll, please.
I'm ready. Why'd you start
No,
it?
there's also no drum roll anyway, so don't worry about it.
Mhm.
Ladies, gentlemen, sentient piles of rubble, non-binary folks,
Marsupials.
furries.
No, I'm not talking no furries.
Bro, come on. We don't got beef with furries. We don't condone what they do. We don't got beef with them though.
I got beef with some of them, but
Yeah, a few. But Sonic Fox make up for the rest of them.
Sonic Fox single-handedly saving the furry community.
Welcome everyone to another episode, another pod, another day, another beautiful, wondrous day in the life of the Bozo Behavior Podcast. It is your humble host, none other than the boy, the man, the myth, the legend, me, him. We've also got our two wonderful hosts here. We've got Mr. Moist Hobo, aka Khaalid. Say now. My aka my man Khalid, my man, the dampest vagrant you've met. And then we've got none other than the wonderful, the illustrious Raevin, aka she's just a girl. How we all feeling today?
Feeling good. Feeling good.
I'm feeling uneasy.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll tell you what, let's jump right into it. What's got you uneasy, brother? During this Black History Month?
I had an Instacart order go missing.
Oh, just go missing?
I want to say the driver took it, but somebody could have snatched it off my doorstep. I don't know, but they said the order was here. I went to go check the door, and it wasn't here. I mean, I already got a refund, and they already put the order back in for another time, but that's never happened before.
Yeah, the streets is changing, man. Just me being nosy. What'd you order? Like, do you think it was like a stealable order? Like,
oh yeah, it was Costco, and it was like everything fit in one box. I didn't order a lot. I just ordered like some grapes, some like this garlic black truffle seasoning that I use, and then some frozen food and like I don't know, some onions. Just a real hodgepodge of stuff that somebody took off my doors.
Gotcha. So, I guess what would you say is the weirdest shit somebody's ever stolen from you?
Weirdest shit somebody's ever stolen.
Like just a strange object. Like why? Like I didn't know people were stealing those.
I'm having to think because as an adult, I haven't.
I mean, even a kid, because I got a few from childhood that were just like, I didn't know y'all took these until y'all started taking these.
I've had my shoes go missing, which is
Okay,
weird because I have big feet, so it's I doubt the person that stole them wears a size 14.
You trying to pawn off a size 14 and shit. It's like, bro, who are you getting this for?
I literally tried to take some shoes to, I don't know if y'all have it, but there's this place called Plato's Closet. It's like a thrift store.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
closet.
Yeah,
I tried to take a bunch of clothes to Plato's Closet. They wouldn't even take my shoes. They said nobody's gonna be able to buy these.
They said, you Bigfoot freak, get that fucking canoe out of our store.
I felt disrespected.
Get that big ass boat out of my store.
You.
And for somebody to steal, if a thrift store won't buy them, why?
But y'all stealing them, yeah.
I know you can't fit these because I would have heard somebody that could wear a size 14 coming to steal them. You would have been stomping.
You can't sneak in 14s.
I know for a fact you, little bitty person, can't fit these.
Yeah, you are not an XL thief.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever stolen?
Stolen? I can. Again, I remember when I was a kid, we used to steal from the Quick Check around me. It's like a little deli / convenience store. We used to steal from them, and I wouldn't say it was weird. It was just the combinations ended up being weird. Like I remember a time where we left the store and we had, I think it was a Sierra Mist, the 2 liter. We had 2 sleeves of Oreos. We had the Frito-Lay cheese dip and gummy bears.
Okay.
What the fuck was we gonna do with that cheese dip? I dipped one Oreo in it and I ate it and I was like, that wasn't the play from the beginning, was it?
No, it couldn't.
I feel like that was just more like we in the moment, we just thinking of shit to steal. I get like it just, but afterwards it really made me think like, what do we be stealing for? Like, what do we be taking for? Nigga trying to make some nacho cheese Oreo? Like, what we doing? Nacho cheese gummy bears?
I'd be stealing just to steal.
Yeah, especially look at that age,
I would
niggas used to have stealing competitions. Niggas
I'm
used
talking
to.
about my big age right now.
No, listen. At my age, I'm the type. If I work there, I am. Listen here, buddy. If you've got stationery I like, it's gone. It's gone. You'll never see it again.
I don't even
Oh, you
consider
got
it stealing. I'm taking
chargers,
it to work.
folders.
Yeah. Oh, you got pencils, pens, envelopes, and bookmarks. Bookmarks. I'm stealing your bookmarks.
This is how I compensate for taxes. Like my supplement.
This is like a theft stipend. Like,
Yeah.
like
My
let me get that.
supplemental thievery.
Yeah, my supplemental thievery. Yeah, literally.
Yeah, definitely
Okay.
that as an adult. I stole puppies when I was in elementary school. I had I stole like 3 puppies because I was just like,
That sounds very illegal.
That sounds like trafficking, but go ahead.
but no, because it was like there were these cute little lab puppies, and they were just outside in Los Angeles. Everybody's a dog breeder, so any house, like you'll just see there'll be like a bunch of purebred dogs in the backyard. But I don't know, something in me that day was just like, I'm gonna take a couple of these dogs.
Oh.
And
like they signs or something. Like they're magazines at the grocery store.
and their Toyota truck was not in the driveway that day. So me and my friends, we smuggled some puppies. We had sold too many to the point we took some back because that was crazy. Like we stole so many that we were like, nah, we gotta take a couple of these back. That's crazy. Like,
Niggas got home with 8 puppies. Like, all right, hold on. What now?
too
Come on.
hot. We got a little too big for our britches.
He said, "Come on, bro. I can
get dogs. That's grand theft."
Yeah, no, I was about to say, yeah. If somebody's breeding dogs, yeah, them dogs sell for hundreds. That is, yeah, that is.
Yeah, they never got their puppies back. That's crazy.
I bet they didn't.
What did you do with them?
Well, I kept one. I gave one away. We didn't sell any of them. Like that would have been that would have really been trafficking. But I didn't have that intention. And then I lied to my mom. I told her he just followed me home. And
what's the puppy distribution system?
Yeah, the puppy distribution system got to me, and yeah.
I mean, and as a parent, like, I guess I wouldn't really like just think my child.
You wouldn't assume that your child
out their yard.
That your child trafficked a litter of lab puppies.
Yeah, that's the shit where you open the trench coat. Hey, what you need, big dog? I got these chocolate labs. I'm saying I only got 2 left though. Come fuck with me. Yeah, I think the weirdest thing I had.
Like that. I never.
Oh yeah, nah. Yeah, no, I haven't. I think the weirdest thing I ever had stolen from me that I thought was odd was like, I remember I went. So you remember they used to have scholastic book fairs and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So mind you, I almost never had enough bread to attend these, and I remember saying to myself, the one day I get the bread from my parents, even if I only get $10, I'm leaving here with a lot. And I'm gonna do that one way or another. Like, if you catching what I'm saying, like I was like, listen, because I hadn't even been able to go because it's like if you don't got no money, they ain't even gonna let you go. Like, because it's
They
like,
didn't even let you in.
yeah, like it's like you can't even get in the club if you ain't got a buck, nigga. Like, what you gonna do? You gonna like how much? What you got? You got four? Like, if you got $5, you can go because you can get some. You know, you can get the little pencil holders. You can get some erasers.
Erasers,
Yeah,
yeah.
you can get some bullshit for like $5. Like when I tell you, I ain't had nothing. Like Nathan, like not Nathaniel, not $1, not $2. And so I'm like, I could never go. I'm telling you, the one time they let me in, I'm cleaning these niggas up. And they did. My mom gave me like $10 this particular time because she seen I was reading that summer. And mind you, this was like the summer I got on to like Artemis Fowl and all of that type of shit. So this summer I was reading. Like I was like, none of these was my summer reading books, by the way. I had a whole set of books I did not read for summer reading, but I was reading.
These were not his summer reading books.
These are not. This is not Animal Farm. Like, trust and believe, brother. But so I'm doing that, and I'm like, all right, boom, do. And this, my mom was like, all right, shit, I guess yeah, let me go to the book fair, get me 10 beans, baby. When I tell you, I left that Scholastic book fair with a lot of shit in my bag and the $10 bill still in my pocket. When I tell you, but the part that I blew mine though was I took like bookmark. I took random shit.
You was just in there, just having.
Now listen, I said because you know what it was. I felt like on some like elitist shit. Like I felt like they closed me, they shunned me because I was broke.
Yeah,
so
no, that was anti-capitalist.
Yeah, so I'm like, as soon as I get in there, I'm getting them niggas for everything. And I got them niggas for all I could. Mind you, I came out with like 2-3 books. Look, a book ain't $10. I'm just letting y'all know that right now.
It
Like,
isn't.
I came out there with like 3 books, some bookmarks, some erasers, the little, little gummy things you would put in your pen and shit. Like all of those joints. What else I had? Like, like, oh my goodness, I had the dividers for the folders. I had all types of weird shit. Just anything that was like
just whatever. I'm just
no, because literally what it was when I was scoping it, I was scoping the scenery out. Like when I'm scoping it out, I'm looking, I'm like, oh, so it's really just one nigga in the front and then a dude on the side, but everybody talking to him. So really ain't nobody looking at me. Like I'm like, really, like this whole row of shit over here, all the little trinkets and the little eraser. I'm like, I could rob them crazy over there. It's gonna take me a little more finesse to get a book or two. But so again, I had my bag filled up with the bullshit. And because I had my bag filled up with the bullshit, and then mind you, I did it nasty. Like I took a receipt from somewhere else and I had it folded up and I had it like wrapped with my bag. So when they saw my bag in my hand, but they saw the receipt in my hand too, they just assuming I already bought something. Again, look, I came here playing. I planned to jug you niggas. I was not leaving here without it. And I remember I got back to like my class and all that, put all my shit down, put my stuff I was like, yeah, all right, boo. And so I'm telling a few niggas, yeah, I got this, I got that, do. Then I remember we went to lunch. I go to lunch, this and that. Then at lunch, I had to take a piss bad at lunch. I'm like, all right, let me go to the bathroom. I go to the bathroom, I go to lunch, I get home later that day. When I tell you half of that bag was missing, and I don't know when it happened or who it was, but like I just could and I look in the back and I'm like, who took 6 bookmarks? What would you do with 6 caterpillar bookmarks? The hungry caterpillar.
What would you do with them?
Listen, dog. I got even more reason to have them because I'm just stealing to buck the system. What you got them for? You're to me that you got 6 books to read, nigga. You got 6 books that you simultaneously read right now at the same time. Like, don't piss me off, yo. I was so hot because I'm like, I didn't like because there's certain things you expect niggas to see, like them little gummy pencil. Dumb niggas was on them shit. You leave them shits around, they copping those. So I expected them shits to go, and they took like 1 or 2 of those. But I'm like, bro, why was y'all stealing shit that don't like? If I see like, because the worst part was, I'm like, it's right after the fair too, so it's not even like I'm gonna see niggas with the hungry caterpillar bookmark, and I'm gonna be sick because I'm gonna be like, did you cop that, or like did you pay for that, or did somebody sell you that? Like how? And I was just hot because, and I never said nothing because I'm just like, a whole day went by. I'm like, bro, I was in like 3 different classes with people. I was at lunch. I'm like, bro, it could have been anybody for any reason. I don't know. I don't even know who could have did it, but I was so hot because I'm like, why was y'all stealing bookmarks from me, bro? Scholastic, I just want y'all to know it's no beef today, please. I don't got no problems with y'all. I promise, wink, wink, I won't steal from y'all again. Y'all can invite me out to y'all events. I'll be
Grown
there.
ass man. I would hope not.
Nah, y'all can invite me to the events, bro. Listen, I'll be a great ambassador for the brand. Couple of songs.
Okay.
Caterpillar bookmarks at almost 30 years old.
Listen, they ain't Caterpillar bookmarks no more. They different. So I don't even know why you like it's different books out now.
Books stopped coming out when I stopped
reading. He said they stopped coming out as soon as I couldn't get invited to the book fair.
The kids still reading Rainbow Fish and The Hungry Caterpillar.
Rainbow Fish is the last book, huh?
That's the last one they made for children. That is the last children's
Captain Underpants. Captain Underpants was the last book that they had.
Yep.
After that, they said, no, you don't remember? It was because Congress, they did a book ban. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Where they said they said besides the Bible, you can't read nothing else.
Yeah, you can't read shit made by Black people either. So
yeah, well
that's just in Florida.
Well, yeah, I did see that. That is not. That's funny enough. That's literally not on the agenda, but we're gonna talk about it anyway. Like, so in Florida, I don't know if this is just a specific district in Florida. Is this a school district or is this just the whole state? But if your child is going to read a book that was written by an African American, there has to be a permission slip signed. Just so like not like graphic content or like graphic depictions of slavery or like insane. Yeah, I'm talking about the rationale.
If your book is rated N for nigga, you have to sign a permission slip.
Like that's the part I was killed. Like they was like, oh, who wrote this book? Ibrahim Kende, Mama Tube. Oh no!
Oh, ain't no way. If a basketball American even breathed during the process of this book being written, it's chalked.
Like, yeah, nah, if a hooper, if any books written by hoopers come through my school district, we're gonna know about it. Like, this was insane. I was like, I'm sorry, sometimes racism is just, this ain't even the funny one. This is just like, you can't make this type of shit up. Like this is like a Curb Your Enthusiasm skit or something.
We're literally going back to Jim Crow. That's what this is.
Like, I feel like this is like to me, this is literally an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm. It's like he was fucking with some shorty who was on like the board of education and he was trying to spite somebody else, so he got this law passed, but he didn't know what the law was. And then he seen that this was the law and said, oh, what? No, I didn't. No, I've got tons of black friends. I live with a black guy. Like, bro, what is this, bro? Florida is not real. Florida is not real. It can't hurt you. And then it's a picture of Florida, man.
So crazy.
All right, so what else we got? We got a jam-packed schedule, man. We got a lot of shit, boy. Where we want to start? We want to start with sports. We want to start with video games. We want to start with music. We want to start in a little miscellaneous category. Where we want to start at?
Let's talk about old horny niggas.
Okay, that is quite the start. So, yeah, let's go. Geriatric hornballs. Come on.
No, it's just I think I cracked some sort of code.
Okay.
So you know how on IG and Twitter, it's always like 40-year-old dudes in the
Instagram
comments.
Too.
Yeah,
Instagram and Facebook. Really, any place where social media exists. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's just always, oh man, you're so fine.
Hell, the YouTube comment section. I'm sorry, keep going.
YouTube comment section. They talking to the video like it's a real. Yeah, man, that's real. But yeah, everywhere you look, it's always some old horny nigga sounding and looking wild horny in a comment section of a woman's post. And for the longest time, I could never understand why that is. Until one day, I'm scrolling on TikTok, and I see a sponsored video, just a video that a random nigga paid to get pushed out to a wider audience. The sponsored video was like an old nigga thirst trap. Basically, it was just an old nigga looking to the camera. He trying to look, trying to have that sex appeal. I didn't think nothing of it because people just sponsor random videos all the time and it don't matter. But I looked in the comments and it's women in the comments saying, oh, don't do it to him. Oh, you so handsome. Oh, you like this, you like that. So old women are just as horny as these old men. So
said,
the reason that they be in these women's comment section with hard eyes and saying, "Let me take you out," is because this shit works on older women. They just trying it with young Instagram models. My mind was blown realizing that old women are just as horny as old men. Like they was falling for the thirst trap.
listen, you ain't heard about Charles and Netta? Come on now.
I have seen them, but I have no idea what's
Charles
going
is
on.
not old though.
How old is Charles?
Charles is not old.
How old is Charles?
I don't know. He's not much older than you.
He
Oh, well,
don't
that's
look
old.
much older than them.
Well, no, I'm not talking about Charles and Netta. I'm thinking about what's that lady, that old lady that always be wearing the lingerie?
Old lady that always be wearing lingerie.
Yeah, don't even worry
love
about it. Hey, look, I ain't gonna hold you. Anyway, look, that's not the point. The point is, but yeah, hold on, don't cut me off. I might. Matter of fact, let's backtrack. It's like, but no, listen, like this, like that doesn't shock me at all because old niggas talk away. Like there's this certain lack of brevity that old niggas have that I feel like old women like too because they looking at it like shit. I ain't got the time for the funny shit either. It's just
I'm not fucking around. I'm here for some dick.
It's just like, yo, bro, look, buy a drink, slide it down the counter. What's going on, Missy? I got about 30 minutes before I gotta get up out of here.
Missy, that's definitely old folks terminology.
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on, Toots?
Toots.
I got about 32 minutes before I gotta slide up out of here. You gonna be leaving with me? She just said, damn, okay. Shit. I mean, I guess it depends what happened in 32 minutes, right? Fuck it. Yeah, no, but listen, old niggas. Listen, I remember reading a stat somewhere. Old folks, I think it was like 60 plus. They have the highest incidence rates of STIs, which, like, I mean, they getting it shaken, bro. Like, I know niggas,
specifically, I know old folks homes.
Yeah, oh shit, he said hello, chat. But yeah, no, absolutely, they be acting funny. They be getting the shake, and look, I'm be knocking the powder off of that shit. Anywho, that's crazy. Speaking of old niggas, right? What a transition this is. But let's talk about the chief old nigga in charge, the president, for a second. Because this nigga is old, decrepit, aging man. So there's this cognitive test, right? That the president take every year, or like, I don't know if it's every year, or like once a term. I don't know how this shit really work. And mind you, no one really does because nobody really pays attention to it, except now that we got these now niggas in office. We kind of looking. And so for the first time, no, okay, sorry. Let me step back. Joe Biden is due for one, right? Joe Biden, not himself, but his secretary, let everyone know that he's going to refuse taking the cognitive test this year.
I don't think that should be allowed.
One, and two, the reason why that's significant is because this nigga is the first president in history to refuse this test. So again, I wanted to wait until I did it now to see when they started doing these cognitive tests. Let's see. I don't fucking know, man. I couldn't tell you when they started doing these. All I know is that he is not going to take one. He has agreed not to take one, and so on and so forth.
He has agreed? I don't think you can agree on something one-sided. He demanded he's not going to take one, and since he's the president, then he was like, damn, I guess he's not going to take one.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, like the part that kills me is like Trump got a 30 out of 30 on his. Like, if y'all aren't smart
These
enough,
cognitive tests are literally like baby Google Gaga type questions.
Yeah, like if y'all not smart enough to understand that, like either A, these tests are easy, or B, here's the second part. Here is the second freaky part, right? Buddy, if I knew I would score low on the test, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna bring in an unscrupulous fucking physician, and he's gonna clear me anyway. Because that's what niggas with money do. That's what niggas with money do. I don't understand why. Literally, like I'm supposed to believe Trump didn't do the same thing. He got a perfect 30 out of 30.
Maybe Joe Biden is so dementia-ridden, the thought of cheating didn't even cross his mind. He just, I'm just not gonna take it.
I'm just not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
How does he not realize though that not taking the
Yeah, it's a
test
terrible look.
makes it look worse? Like
This is
you
a
know you're
terrible.
on the decline.
This is a terrible look. Like, and that's my whole thing. Like, because this is already a terrible look. Because it's like, dog, the fact that you aren't even bold enough to just, hey, I'm gonna bring a guy in who I know will give me a good score and keep it pushing. Like, you don't really, because I think the problem why they wouldn't even do that is because even if that guy's getting paid off, he's gonna see something. You get what I'm saying? Like, he's gonna see something, and I don't think they trust really any of their guys to keep that under wraps. To like, again, if this nigga, like, because mind you, it's 30 out of 30. Like, I know it's possible they looking like, hey, look, just bump it to a 25, da da da. But yeah, and literally Reef just said it. Like, that nigga might get a 4 on that hoe. Like, and it's like I can only bump.
It's such a
the
simple
4 up.
test that like at my treatment center we give those tests to the patients a lot of times, like the MOCA and the MCI and all this other like cognitive assessments, and it's literally stuff like, oh, here's a picture of a square and a circle and a triangle, and then look at this picture, and then now from memory redraw that picture. It's stuff like that, like do in descending order 5 through 1 and draw a line down. Like, it's stuff like that if you scored a 25 on that, that would still be in such a low percentile that looks weird, essentially.
Yeah, so
it's better
yeah,
off not. He's not gonna get a. It's not impressive to get a 30 out of 30.
right. Like 30 out of 30 is just like, okay, so
That's what you should get. Like, that's.
they looking at it like they was like, okay, now what animal is this? French toast. Okay, 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 Mr. Biden.
That
So
memory one's gonna get him because the memory piece where they have to repeat,
what was on the last page? Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Clock, apple, fork, cat. And what did I just say? Or no, then you'll answer some other questions, and then they'll ask you to repeat that. Like, what did I say like 5 minutes ago? And that's what's gonna just get him fucked up because he has dementia.
Yeah, the nigga is seeing ghosts. Like he said, yeah, I talked to old boy, my man's David, and and they was like, bro, David died in 2017. But go ahead. I'm sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead. So you talked to David, and what do you think? Like, oh well, yeah. So I talked to David, and he said like, niggas don't know what they talking about. So I'm like, I'm with David. I'm with what David talking about. Like, cause he know what it is. And like, so when did y'all speak? Just the other day. Okay, just the other day. That's interesting. Huh. Okay. I ain't even gonna do no research on that. I ain't gonna say nothing.
You can't do no research, otherwise
I ain't
feel real bad about our current state of affairs.
Yeah, so I think this is just a terrible look, and I'm just like, well, look, if this is what you want to go with, then by all means, but this is not a good sign for us or for you, brother. Like,
and the fact that does he even think that he's gonna get reelected? Like, does he even genuinely believe that? Well, he doesn't think anything. His brain is.
Yeah, I was about to say. I mean, what do you?
Do the people in charge like really think he has a chance of getting reelected?
I think a lot of them are banking on that incumbent's advantage and all of that other stuff, and I'm just like, dog. I'm honest to God, I don't think y'all want this nigga to win bad enough. Because like, even with how bummy he is, the way y'all played it is just, to me, it sends me the message like, you like, all right, look, I'm cool with going back to playing the second role and making more money than I ever made, because that's what happened the first time. When Trump was president, these niggas got to run off the outrage machine, the outrage media, and everybody was, you gotta understand, media organizations was eating off of that. Politicians, was the opposition, raising the most money they ever raised off of that. So it's a lot of people who are looking at it like, look, dog, this shit ain't that bad, truthfully. Like, sure, maybe it's bad for the Republic in the overall grand scheme of things, but boy, I don't give a fuck about no Republic in the grand scheme of things. That's not why I became a politician. I became a politician to enrich myself. And if we talk about enriching yourself, us battling Trump while he's president is probably it has been proven to be the lucrative way to do it.
Yeah.
And so it's like, again, that's what all of this shit screams to me. Like, All right, look. Well, we just gonna leave that nigga to fight for himself. We gonna leave Biden to fend for himself, and whatever happen, happen. If the nigga do win, then shit, I'd be shocked. Honestly, I ain't even got a plan for that. But if he lose, I know exactly what I'm finna do.
Yeah, it's exactly what you say. It's either they are looking forward to making money with Trump in office. Like, it's either Biden wins and it's still a win for them, or Trump wins. That's why they're not putting a real candidate up, because they want this outcome. This is what
Yeah,
they want.
because look, I want an
Yeah.
old guy who is he is so focused on breathing and living that he simply cannot do, like he doesn't have time to be progressive. He don't got time to pass new laws. He don't got time to, bro. I just need you to look like it's tough for you to breathe. Like, you need to look like Mitch McConnell at the podium. Now, if you can give me that 80% of the time, bro, so you got me.
I give
Well,
us
yeah,
like
man.
another 15 years. America's done.
Oh, you bugged out. Now they gonna be done when I say we done. Fuck all that.
Oh,
Yeah, nigga. Fuck. When I'm finished with this shit, that's when we finish with this shit. Not a second sooner, nigga.
what you got planned though?
I can't even tell y'all, but it involved deep fakes and the IRS.
Okay.
Right.
I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say, because it will definitely get all of us on the list. I'm already on one. I don't want to drag y'all down with me.
Even Craig?
Craig was on the list before me.
Craig he works for them.
Yeah.
They vetted it. They vetted him already.
He's gonna be the one to put us on the list.
Truly, it'll be Craig. We thinking he one of the brothers.
Speaking of Craig and AI, did y'all see the Open AI SORA thing?
Yes, I saw the videos and I was a bit terrified by them.
Boy, we are cooked. Because this right now, this is the worst that it's gonna look.
Yeah,
And
pretty much.
it already looks like you had to study it to find any flaws in it.
Yeah.
Like, just at a glance.
People did the same thing they did early on, where they said, bro, anybody with eyes can tell. And even back then, when some of them were a little more obvious, I was like, look, dog, y'all know the way Twitter works. It compresses the photos. It don't show you the whole photo on the preview. This is going to get a lot of people because it's already gotten me, because I'm just scrolling. I don't really give a fuck. I'm not paying much attention to
I'm
what y'all
not
even
gonna
say.
actually study every image or video I see.
Yeah, because that's not how I've ever moved, right? But then now it's like, you got shit like this. I seen a video of some puppies playing in the snow, and I remember somebody like quote tweeted and was like, shit like this should be illegal. And I when I tell you I watched the video twice, I'm like
puppies should be illegal?
Like, I'm sitting there like, is it too cold for the puppies to play outside in the snow? What do you is it so cute that it's illegal? Is that what you're getting at? Like, I literally didn't know what they were talking about until I go to the comments and I'm like, oh, this is AI. Oh, that's not good at all. That's not good at all. Okay, don't like that.
We are done for.
And the worst part is, I also seen that they were planning to OpenAI was planning to do a web browser or the web search like engine to rival Google. And I was like, dog, please no. Please do not give don't give these niggas this much power, I beg of you.
Yeah, no, I'm not I already can see the harm that is going to come from this.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is gonna get. I know exactly where this is gonna go first before it goes anywhere else.
First thing that comes to my mind is the police. These niggas about to be in the lab cooking up nefarious fake evidence to get niggas caught.
Oh shit! The first thing I thought of was just niggas using this for the women that they think are attractive. That's literally the first thing that's gonna happen with this.
Oh yeah.
With any sort of technology like this, it's just like, I like that girl. How can I put her face on? Like, that's every fucking time. It's always sex. Every single time. Every single time it's sex. It's like,
I would venture by the end of this year or beginning of next year, we'll have the first this person because of an AI generated video that
or a beef that gets started off of AI, or a fake sex tape that's AI.
A deep fake video, and then you actually went and like killed somebody over it.
Yeah, or not even. It don't even gotta go that far. It's just y'all got beef. Y'all getting into it. Y'all are. I mean, think about it. We saw one example of this with the whole Natalie Nunn and Gypsy Rose thing, where these allegedly they arguing at each other online. Come to find out, both of those accounts are fake. So it's like you got fake Natalie Nunn arguing with fake Gypsy Rose, and both of them are looking like, who the fuck? Who is this bitch talking to? Who are y'all talking to? So it's like, dog, you already got niggas doing that with fake accounts. So let alone, and that's just a check and an icon picture, a profile pic. Like we talking like this is the part that killed me. Where like everybody swear they so good at spotting this shit, and I'm just like, you are not immune to propaganda. You niggas are not as strong and as powerful as you think you are. Your brain is not that good, brother. They are tricking you niggas. They are tricking y'all, and it's not that hard because I promise you, based on the way we consume content, think about it. You consume on an average day, if you go on Twitter for an hour, just 1 hour, and that's already low for some people. But 1 hour you spend on Twitter, how many images do you think you consumed while you were scrolling? Hundreds, probably thousands. Bro, nobody is actually fact checking and sorting through these things. And like it's just so it's like, bro, you don't understand how easy it is to get caught up on something. Same thing with a post. You read some posts talking about some news. Like I mean, we saw some shit the other day where EMI was strong, right? They was talking about country was talking about they was gonna get him up out of here. Now I seen it, I'm like, that's crazy. But then guess what? Because I also look like no community, no. Maybe they're really booming them. Right? It's like it's already that quick that something like community notes already will like dictate whether people will believe something or not. And it's like, dog, I don't think y'all understand. We're cooked. We're cooked. And it's not because we're dumb. It's not because some of us are. Some of us are, but some of us are. But even the ones who are dumb, a lot of y'all have been made dumb. Y'all weren't just created dumb. Y'all were stupefied, nigga. Like they added all this shit in to prey on some of you niggas who already are a little slow. And now you just dumb. Like, cause now you don't know how to engage with none of this shit. Now you don't know what to look for. Now you don't like it's niggas who argue with fake accounts. And those be the same niggas talking about some they not gonna fall for no huh? You niggas will fall for a ball sack sports tweet. I know that ain't who I think it is. The same niggas falling for ball sack sports tweets. No, all right. Y'all better than me though. Yeah, it could happen to y'all.
We're heading for terrifying times. Skynet.
Listen,
we don't need Skynet. We got open AI, SORA.
Listen, there was a story. I think this one was from last week, but there was a story as it related to the same sort of thing, right? And I'm not even gonna get into the fully. Well, I probably will get fully into the story, but I said I wouldn't because I don't know if it's paywalled yet. But I read a story right where it says an employee transferred nearly $26 million to scammers after unwittingly attending a video call with deepfakes of their coworkers, including the company's CFO.
I'm sorry, but how do you fall for that?
I know. But then think about OpenAI just dropping. They was getting niggas. They was getting niggas before that.
Yeah. Oh, that sense.
They was getting niggas before that, and now OpenAI is out. Come on, dog. Like it's like, dog. I honestly don't think we really understand where this shit is headed, bro. Like, I really don't think
it's gonna be easy. I might become a scammer. This is gonna make things so much easier.
Now, mind you, this was in Hong Kong, and these were employee of a Hong Kong. Yeah, he was the only human attending the call while the fake participants were impersonated with the help of AI. They found publicly available audio and video of their targets via YouTube, then used technology to emulate their voice. Yeah, okay.
So it wasn't just audio; it was video too. Again, how do you fall for that?
But think about it. Again, you never seen a deepfake, have you? Like, perfect example is, do you know it's these white boys. What's their name? They did that AI shit that everybody hated. What the fuck? Corridor something. You know what I'm talking about? It's these white type that shit in. Corridor Crew. There we go. Corridor Crew. It's these white boys, right? They do digital effects editing and shit. Damn, 6.3 million subs, huh? But yeah, so they do all these digital effects and all that type of shit, right? And so they literally did one where they were creating deep fakes And mind you, this video was probably from 2 years ago. This is pandemic. This is 2021, 2022. And they were creating a video to see how convincing they could get their deep fakes and da-da-da. And mind you, there's a bunch when they were testing out the deep fakes, like while they were testing it, like, and they would like basically show it. And like you could tell, like, you'll never fall for that. Who's falling for that? But then they get to the end, and as they start getting closer and closer to the end, you start looking and you're like, man, just the right lighting in that room, and you get the angle right, yeah, they might catch you. And if a nigga head don't move and he just look like, or he turn his cam on and like, it's so many tricks you could do where, especially in a news, in a you in a meeting with your bosses or something, it's like, dog, all I gotta do is be posted up with my face looking a certain way, da da da. And if I don't got a face or a scan for a different angle, I just turn my camera off real quick, but it looked like a person turning their camera off. It's like, bro, I can hit you with it. It's so many. Like, that's why I'm like, look, I really don't gotta go. Like, this can get very nasty, bro. Like, I promise you, however good you think you are catching it, sussing it out, if they sound like your niggas and they look like your niggas, why would I not think they are my niggas? Like, how else would I get invited to a Zoom call that all of my niggas are on, unless these are my niggas? I don't know how else would that happen. Like, you're not even thinking that somebody gonna jug you like this until it happens. So that's also the other part where it's like, people would fall for this because nigga, what? Wait, they did what? They impersonated your bosses using fucking AI technology. Basically, they created holograms of your boss, bro. Who has that happened before? Nick, raise your hand if that's happened to you. But that's new. Nobody has a frame of reference for that, so it's like you're gonna get caught by that shit. I guarantee you.
Ooh, and SORA about to make this shit so much cleaner.
Mm-hmm. They would call it SORA. Yeah, somebody gotta find the Kingdom Hearts references in the name SORA.
That was my immediate thought as soon as I heard the name. That was my first thought.
It's something in there. I don't know what, because I ain't played Kingdom Hearts like that, but yeah, man, it's gonna get real wild in here because that story was insane. And then there was another story that happened. Was that today or was that yesterday? I don't know what. This one wasn't so much AI, but it was
the scammer.
About the what?
The scammer.
Oh yeah, 50,000 in a shoebox. Yeah. So this lady, long story short, got scammed out of 50 bands. And off it, so I'll give you the surface value evaluation, and you probably gonna say the same thing everybody else does, and then I give you the details. You start to see where this goes a little left. So on the surface value, this lady's a journalist. Long story short, basically someone scams her by pretending that a whole bunch of Amazon accounts have been opened in her name, and there's all these business transactions in her name, and then there's been all this money laundered and these vehicles that are registered to her name, and then this person, and they show you the ID of another person you don't know and say, this is the person who registered these vehicles in your name and da-da-da and all this shit. And then they tell you your social, they tell you your name, all of that other shit, your address, where you live, da-da-da, all of that. And they pretty much say, all right, look, you facing some serious charges, my nigga. You facing some real nasty charges. But for 50 bands, you take 50 bands in cash, put it in a shoebox, put it on the front porch, I'll come pick it up, my nigga. You be good. You be straight. You be straight.
Level, who the fuck is falling for that?
Right. Surface level, who's falling for that? So then we get a little deeper, right? Then we get to the point where you start to realize the scam she fell for wasn't a scam. This shit was a heist, my nigga. Like, this shit involved so many levels of coordination and so many levels of, like, this is like, and that's the one thing I know you don't have to give it to scammers, but that's the one thing I will give to scammers is that their ability to know, like your level of institutional trust. Like, I know which institutions you
put your vulnerabilities.
Yeah, like, I know what institutions you trust. I know, like, if Amazon call you and say that, you gonna treat like, you will believe Amazon before you'll believe somebody else. Like, you'll believe so and so before you believe somebody else. So literally, they do all of this to this girl, right? And then so basically, she first get a call, and it's from Amazon, right? Then a woman with access says she was calling from Amazon customer service to check some unusual activity on her account, being recorded for quality assurance purposes. Da. Basically, asked her, "Did you spend 8 bands on MacBooks and iPads?" She said no. She checked her account. She ain't seen nothing on her order history about that. The woman who gave her name, right, told her that the purchases was made under her business account. So she was like, nigga, I don't got no business account. And they said, well, our system shows that you have 2. And she's like, oh, okay. So long story short, they both agree that she's the victim identity theft, and she says she would flag the fraudulent accounts and freeze the activity. So she provided her with a case ID number for future reference and recommended that she check her credit cards. She did, and everything looked normal, right? She then explained that Amazon had been having a lot of problems with that, that they were working with a liaison at the Federal Trade Commission, and was referring defrauded customers to him. Could she connect me? And so the lady said, sure. Now stop right here. Do you fall for this?
I don't think I do.
Because I'm here to tell you, I know a lot of people will. I know a lot of people who will.
So my thing is,
I feel like it was happening so fast,
and
like,
yeah. Also, where's the proof? She asked her, did you do anything on your Amazon account? Everything looks fine on your account. Everything looks fine with your credit cards. Then I'm just supposed to believe you that somebody opened up an account in my name? I'm not getting charged for anything. Why do I care?
Well, it's a business account in your name because Amazon Business is separate from your Amazon account. Or maybe it's not. If you don't have an Amazon Business account, you wouldn't fucking know, would you?
Yeah.
Like, again, I just thought about myself.
You wouldn't know because you have an Amazon account.
Right? So then, boom. So let's start right here. So again, I can see there where I can see some people who ain't gonna go for that. Like, nah, that's not convincing enough. Whatever, right?
I wouldn't fall for it because I wouldn't answer the phone.
Well, thank you. That's
I don't answer the phone.
That's my only saving grace is that I'm not gonna pick up. Like, other than that, it's like, so then she got referred to a man, right, who identified himself his full name, Calvin Mitchell, right? I'm like, mind you, is this how many niggas was this an Ocean's 11 team full of niggas for the heist? Like, like how many niggas was on your, like, you get what I'm saying? Because you had the woman who played the first woman, then you got Calvin.
Now that if I were to answer the phone, that would get me caught up.
That's what I'm saying.
You're gonna get a scammer organization.
This is a team, bro. This is a team.
Yeah, scammer organization. Wait, go from what Calvin said.
Okay, so Calvin said he was an investigator with the FTC, gave him his badge number. Mind you, none of that like you don't know what any of this means, but it just sounds official, right? Mm-hmm. Because is there a way to look up FTC agents' fucking badge number? Who knows? I don't fucking know. And so you write down his direct phone line in case you need to contact him again. He said the call is being recorded. He asked her to verify the spelling of her name, and then he read her the last 4 digits of the social. Now I would think that's weird, but I would think that's a little weird, but I would also think, okay, well, I'm already on the phone with the Federal Trade Commission about being defrauded. So, like, at that point, if you read my shit out to me, I guess you just skipping the formality.
But the Federal Trade Commission,
I would think that's weird, but I would not think it's any less weird than the fact that you have my social security number at all. So that, like, I would be more stunned and, thinking about how the fuck do you have whether this is a scam or not, why do you have my social security number?
And the lady herself said the fact that he had my social security number through me, I was getting nervous. Like, that's literally as soon as she started getting a little nervous.
You hear a person on the phone read out your entire social security number or your last 4 digits of your social security number, that's gives you a pregnant pause, as some would say.
Yeah, so she literally, like, he read out the last 4 digits, home address, and date of birth. So it's like, okay, all right. And then he's like, all right, I'm glad we speaking because your personal information has been linked to a case that we've been working on, and it's quite serious, right? So then this is where, like, again, he could, because I'm sure, again, as a scammer, you have that ability to read people's emotions, so you can already feel what emotions she giving off right there. So then this is when this nigga started beating her ass over the head. He said, he told me that 22 bank accounts, 9 vehicles, and 4 properties are registered to my name. First off, I was like, damn.
That's not even, I know my credit can't do all that.
I'm like, yo, I got it. Damn. I'm like that. That's 9 vehicles. What kind of cars I got?
No, for real.
But so literally, like, what the properties is? What's the address? I'm gonna type it in on Zillow right now. Like, the bank accounts had wired more than $3 million overseas, mostly to Jamaica and Iraq. Pay close attention. Yeah, right. Pay close attention. Jamaica and Iraq, huh? Oh, okay. Again, remember, you're talking to a white woman. You see what's happening here, though, right? Mm-hmm. Jamaica and Iraq. So then, did you know anything about this? She says no. And he said, okay, do you know someone named Stella Suk Yi Kwang? And nigga's like, I don't fucking think so. Maybe that ain't her name. I don't know. So then he texted her, because he has her phone number, of course. Texted her No, but hold on, we on the phone actively. He texted her a photo of the woman and the woman's ID, right? Which he claimed had been found in a car rented under her name that was abandoned near the border of Texas, which with some shit in the trunk, right? So a home in New Mexico affiliated with that car rental was subsequently raided, and authorities found more of that shit in the trunk, some cash and bank statements registered to her name and social security number. Now, this is the point where he texted the drug bust photo of the shit in the trunk and the money stacked on the table. He said that there were warrants out for the arrest in Maryland and Texas, and that she was being charged with cyber crimes, money laundering, and trafficking. Now, stop right here. This is where you drop the load, and this is the most important part of the scam, because if they don't hang up very soon, you got them. You got them, because the longer you stay on this line, and Maryland,
the more you gonna talk your
yeah, the Texas. Oh, who the fuck is Stella though? No, wait, Stella Tucky? I don't even really know no Asian niggas. Like, bro, come on, hold on. I don't know no Asian women like that, bro. Stella, like, you just gonna talk yourself into it because it's like the nigga telling you he's seen all this, it was all registered to your account, and you already got transferred from Amazon to the Trade Commission, so you already like, oh man. So she said her head started. Yeah, this ain't this the gov. Like, now granted, now her head started spinning and all of that shit, right? And so she Googled her name with warrant and money laundering, but nothing came up. Shorty, why would they? Like, but mind you, this is also the part where they get your ass too, because she even writing it in the article, were arrest warrants public? I wasn't sure. Google led me to truthfinder.com, which asked for my credit card information. Nope. So she's thinking I'm in deep shit. Like, mind you, she don't know how the warrants work. No, they don't just put arrest warrants on Google, sweetie. But it don't matter, right? So the Duke Alvin is like, well, do you know anyone who might be the culprit, or do you have any connections to Iraq or Jamaica, or anyone who does? And so she's saying, no, it's the first time I'm hearing about any of all this, and it's a lot to take in, So then he asks, well, have you ever used your phone, or like, have you ever used public or unsecured Wi-Fi? And so she's like, I don't, right. And hey, look, what, cook up. I'm telling you, these niggas is good, boy. Cook up. So then she said, I don't know, maybe. And then she's like, well, I think I used the airport Wi-Fi recently. And he said, he said,
That'll do it.
The killed me because I didn't know exactly how he said it. He said, that's unfortunate. It's how many of these. Yeah, you're right. This is how many of these breaches start. And so, of course, she feel embarrassed. How could she have been so thoughtless? So Calvin said, all right, listen closely. Listen carefully, right? First thing I need you to understand is that if you are maintaining your innocence and saying that you didn't do this, understand somebody around you probably did. So with that being said, you can't really say much to nobody because you don't know which one of these niggas it could be.
Oh, now he's
you see? Them boys good. Them boys good. Bro, the boys is good.
I'm saying.
Now, this is all sounding really official. I can definitely see how somebody falls for this. But where it falls apart for me is, what government organization is going to tell you to put money in a shoebox? And
Hold on, we ain't even there yet, buddy. Don't worry about that because I didn't even ask you to do that yet. Don't worry about it. I didn't set, like, if I just asked you that right now, you gonna spit in my face. If I set the stage for it, it's gonna be a different ask. I promise. Right? So basically, he would say, look, I just want to let you know something real quick. Like, the people who are doing this, they sophisticated. It might be multiple of them, and there's a lot of money at stake. Obviously, because 9 cars, 4 properties. Right? A lot of money at stake. No, he was not fucking capping. A lot of money at stake. So he says, so you should assume that these people are dangerous, and you should assume that somebody is watching. You can't take any chances. Right? So then, she was like, damn, like, this is crazy. Do, right? So she started thinking about some episode of This American Life where some woman social security still card was so, the white woman shit, I guess. But so then Calvin, this is where it get a little shaky, but he could probably tell because she probably quiet as fuck on the phone, right? Just like ain't lost in your thoughts. And he probably like, Calvin come back in. Hey, so how much money you currently got in your bank account? But you see, if I didn't lay none of the groundwork, this ass gets me hung up on. But at this juncture, when I ask it, it's like, look, the nigga know everything about you already. Like at this point, you might as well just like give it like fuck nigga Calvin got you. So either Calvin gonna put my ass behind bars or Calvin gonna save me. I don't know which one he finna do, but either way, it looked like I'm already fucked up. My life is already cooked as it appears to be. Like niggas is getting me. Y'all about to put me on a no-fly list. So she said she got a combined balance of a little over 80 bands. I'm like, golly, boy. And so she said, as a freelancer in a volatile industry, I keep a sizable emergency fund. I'm like, shit, you wasn't lying.
At all.
So then, of course, as soon as he say 80,000, I'm sorry, Reed, this is so crazy because it's like his voice took on a more urgent tone. I bet it did. He said, hey, man, okay, ma'am, I need you to understand. He got serious. This is that. Remember that? You ever see that meme of the dude playing the game?
Yeah, he leaned forward.
The dude playing, he leaning forward. Okay, lock in. This is it.
Yeah,
this is the moment.
Is life or death.
This is the moment, ma'am. You must have worked very hard to save all of that money. He said, do not. I repeat, do not share your bank account information with anyone. I'm going to help you keep your money safe. He said that he would transfer me to his colleague at the CIA, who was the lead investigator on my case, and gave me a 9-digit case number for my records. Now she Googled the number, nothing came up. But is something supposed to come up? I don't know how case numbers at the CIA work.
Hell no.
So again, I can't stress this enough. He said the CIA agent would tell her what to do next, and he wished me luck. Now, this whole next 2 paragraphs is her just going back to what she was thinking and all this other shit. Do. The next man who got on the line had 3. This is Ocean's 11, my nigga. This is a heist. This is what I'm saying. Like, this is not a scam anymore. I'm sorry, but y'all can't keep calling this a scam. This was a heist, nigga. This is a GTA mission, brother. Like, I don't know what y'all talking about. So she get on the phone with a dude with a slight British accent, right? And so he tell her again, you peep the accent. We all know that slight British accent stands for something, right?
Oh yeah, this is legit. You got a British accent?
Oh yeah, this guy's got to be fucking serious. His name is Michael Serrano. Okay, all right, Mike.
Why would someone with a British accent be working with the CIA? Not like, you know.
Hey, listen, he just used to be from Britain. That's all. Shit, I just got the accent, bro. Don't. Look, you want your shit or not? Like, cause they ran out all types of cribs on your dime, nigga. So anyway, right? He said that he worked for the CIA on cases that involve collaboration with the FTC.
Who was 007? Had a British accent.
Talk about it. That nigga's name was Roger.
007 is in the UK and he works for MI5.
Hey, listen, and Sean Connery played him, and that nigga's name is Sean. That nigga's name was Sean.
That is true, but he represents something for America. Keep how these scammers pay attention to media and using media to play into our deepest fears.
Because when the nigga with the British accent to you talk about financial crime, shit is real. It's serious. It's serious. It wouldn't have worked if that white dude who just sounded a little too much like my neighbor, that wouldn't have worked.
No, yeah, that's just Kevin. I don't trust Kevin.
That's just Kevin. Right? So he gave his bad number. Like, but peep this. Please peep this. At each step of the way, someone gave her what? A case number or a badge number. None of these things meant anything. But like again, I'm just saying, them boys was good. Right? So basically, he says he gave his bad number, and then so she says, I'm gonna need more than that. I have no reason to believe any of what you're saying is real. Now she's starting to get mad. Like, nigga, y'all bullshit, bro. This ain't fucking. He said, I completely understand. So go to the FTC homepage and look up the main phone number. Now hang up the phone, and I'll call you from that number right now.
Oh,
I did as he said. The FTC number flashed on my screen, and I picked up. How do I know you're not just spoofing this? I asked. It's a government number, he said, almost indignant. It cannot be spoofed.
These niggas, oh my god, these niggas, bravo.
You see what I'm saying? I'm just saying these niggas worked hard for that money, bro.
Yeah,
like,
these niggas deserve it. I'm sorry, lady.
Now
they earned it. This is a job. They pulled off
again,
job.
Not a scam, but a heist. I'm telling y'all, like. So, So she tried Googling that to see, like, wait, can you spoof a government number? But he was already on his next point by then. Like, remember, he was indignant. Like, bro, I don't have time for this, bitch. Do you want to get your shit back or no? Like, the call is being recorded, so cool. So then she put him on speaker and started recording on her end, right? So he wanted to know if I had told anyone what was going on. She said that she texted her husband, and the guy was like, you must reassure him that everything's fine. In cases like this, we got to investigate the spouse, family, whoever. The less he knows, the less he'll be implicated. From now on, you got to follow protocol if you want us to help. And she was like, I don't think I should lie to my husband. And the nigga said, almost indignant yet again, you are being investigated for major federal crimes. He said, indignantly.
They keep jumping back between wanting, like, she's being investigated, even though they're saying that somebody else used her. So, like, they keep jumping
like,
back.
I'm here to save you. I'm here to save you. I'm here. Yo, don't forget I could fucking kill you, nigga. Like, it's like, yo, don't forget I could bury you forever, nigga. So, like I was saying, so them niggas who stole your identity, bro, like, they
it's like, literally.
So literally,
like this is psychological.
Yeah, bro, this is a thriller. Like, mind you, this article is very long. I'm not about to read the whole story, but I do at least want to get to the handoff of the money.
Yeah.
So So let's see. But he's like, you want me to investigate for major federal crimes? Like, keeping your husband out of this, you are protecting him. He then repeated the point that Calvin had made. See, harken back to the second nigga had made about my phone and computer being monitored by criminals who have stolen my identity. By that point, my husband sent me a series of concerned text messages. She said, don't worry, it'll be okay. She wrote back. It felt gross to imagine a third party reading along. Right? So mind you. So then Calvin says the same thing Michael said about the car on the border, the property in New Mexico, the stuff in the trunk, the bank accounts. He asked if she shared her residence with anyone besides her husband and son. He asked more questions about family members. Mind you, none of this matters, but maybe this is finding my next lick. I don't know. But again, you do all these things to build this semblance. Like, again, because this is how conversation really work. If I really wanted to know something, I would ask you these types of questions. I don't care because I'm not writing none of this down. Like, but mind you, he asked questions about family members by name. He knew their names and where they lived. I told him they had nothing to do with this. In fact, I was now sure I wanted to consult a lawyer. So he said, if you talk to an attorney, I cannot help you anymore. He said sternly, you will be considered non-cooperative, which may lead to a raid or a seizure of assets. You may be arrested. You may be non-cooperative. Look, he know what to say. Right? You may be arrested, but this is your choice. This seemed ludicrous. I pictured officers. I don't care about none of that. And so she said, can I just come to your office and sort this out in person? It's getting late and I need to take my son trick-or-treating soon. Yo, don't forget it was Halloween too, bro.
Oh, she all up in the mix. She all discombobulated. Yeah.
Right. So then he said, Shorty, my office is in Langley. Like, stop playing with me. We don't got time for that, yo. Like, look, we need to right, like, straight out of it. Bro, I work in Quantico, bro. Anyway, we don't got enough time. We need to act immediately. I'm gonna talk you through the process of what I need you to do for me, right? It's gonna sound crazy, but if you want to catch people that did this, you gotta follow my protocol. So then he explained that the CIA would need to freeze all the assets in her name, including her bank accounts. In the eyes of the law, there's no difference between the real and the fraudulent ones. They can't tell the difference, right? So he said they would also deactivate her compromised Social Security number and get her a new one. Then, by monitoring any activity under the old number and accounts, they would catch the criminals who were using her ID and she would get her life back. But until then, she would need to use only cash for her day-to-day expenses. It was far-fetched, ridiculous, but also not completely out of the realm of possibilities. So she said, do I have any other options? Old boy said, unfortunately, no. You must follow my directions very carefully. Please pay very close attention to this. So he asked how much cash she thought she would need to support herself for a year, if necessary. Her assets could be frozen for up to 2 years if the investigation dragged on. There could be a trial. You may need to testify. These things take time. So Shorty said, I don't know, like 50 mans. And so she wondered how she would get paychecks without a bank account. How would she take time off from work, all this other stuff. And so he said, okay, so you need to go to the bank and get that cash out as soon as possible. Don't tell him what it's for. In one of my last cases, the identity thief was someone who was working at the bank. You see how he cooking again? You see how he cooking again? Bro, this nigga is cooking.
This can't be the first time they did this either. This is too smooth.
No, bro. This is the perfected version. This is Ultra Instinct. This is like me and Twin on the 3-man, and we locked in. Like we on the 3-man locked in. And then so all right, so boom. So then he told me to keep the phone on speaker so we will remain in contact. It's important that I monitor where this money goes from now on. all your assets are part of this investigation, right? So he said one of his colleagues would meet her at her apartment at 5 p.m. to guide her through the next steps. And so she said, nah, you can't send no stranger to my home. Like, what are you talking about? And the guy said, look.
Go back. He just said, my office is in Langley, so you can't meet me in person, but now he's sending a colleague to her house.
So your colleague don't work in Langley too, or no? But yeah, okay, I hear you, right? So then she's saying all that, and he's like, look, let me worry about that. This is my job. I need you to cooperate, man. I cannot keep you safe if you do not cooperate, right? So she got her marching orders and a deadline, right? So she did all that. When she got to the bank, she told the guard she needed to make a large cash withdrawal. He sent her upstairs. He was on speakerphone in her pocket. She asked for 50 bands. The woman behind the thick glass raised her eyebrows and came back with a box full of $100 bills. Then she pushed the stacks of the bills through the slot with a sheet of paper warning me against scams. I thanked her and left. Oh, God. This is so nasty. Now, Michael was bursting with praise. You did a great job. I have to go for a moment to see the details about the case. I'm going to have you speak to my colleague if you have any questions.
Another one?
He put a woman on the phone who was younger with an accent I couldn't identify that was distinctly different from the accent of the first. That's 4 people. That is 4 people involved. 2 women and 2 niggas. She told her to go home and wait further instructions. As she walks back to the apartment, something jolted her out of her trance, and then she started like, hold on. And she started thinking, wait, what government agency would have this as the protocol?
Exactly.
It was preposterous, she says. I need to speak with Michael, I told the woman on the phone. He got on right away. I don't even believe that you're a CIA agent. I said, what you're asking me to do is completely unreasonable. He sighed. I'm sending you a photo of my badge right now. I don't know what else to tell you. You can trust me and I'll help you. Or you can hang up and put yourself in danger. And you want to erase that with a child? Right? So
you're a child now. Oh man.
So mind you, picture the badge, show up on her phone. She don't got no way to verify this shit. But she ain't seem like she had no other choice. So she's just like, all right, man, fuck. What am I supposed to do? So when she get home, he told her to take the box, put the cash in it, take a picture of it, and then tape it shut. Right? Now he told her to label it with her name, her case number, her address, and a locker number that he read off to her, and her signature. Then he directed her to take another picture of the labeled box and text the labeled box to him.
Wow.
Now this part, I'm not sure what he was doing with that. I don't know if that was just busy work or what. I don't know what that was. But then he said, my colleague will be there soon. He's an undercover CIA agent and he will secure the money for you. So she said, well, what exactly does that mean? He said, well, tonight we're going to close down your social security number and you will lose access to your bank accounts. Tomorrow you'll need to go to the office and get a new number. We'll secure this money for you in a government locker and hand deliver a treasury check for the same amount. You can cash the check and use it for your expenses until the investigation is over. So she was like, well, why can't I just use the cash? Like, why would you have me take it out and then give me a check?
Yeah.
Fair question. I was just about to ask.
So basically he's looking at, now again, I don't know how logical this next sentence sounds, but I can imagine in what she was dealing with, it didn't make, I don't know. She said, because all your assets are under your current identity are part of the investigation. You're being charged with laundering. If we secure this cash and then issue a government check under your new number, that will be considered clean money. Which still doesn't add up. Because if I've been scamming and doing all this scam, you're basically advising me to take some of my money out before the government freezes it, and somehow that's clean money. That's not how that works.
Yeah, no.
That's not how that works. What if you can't guarantee any of my money's clean, then how can you guarantee that 50,000 is?
Maybe because it goes through government first, like that means it's clean.
He's like, well, no, look, once you give it to me, I can assure you it won't be part of the investigation.
Yeah, nigga, once it touches my hands, it's clean.
Yeah, I got you. Don't worry about it.
I'm the cleaner.
So of course, right. So then, so he said, she said, I need to see your colleague's badge. I'm not about to just get that nigga 50 bands. And so this guy said, undercover agents don't carry badges. He said, as if I'd asked. No, hold on. But as if I'd asked the CIA to bring me a Happy Meal. That is the funniest note she wrote in this whole shit. Like, she was so incensed by that. They're undercover. Remember, you were probably being watched. The criminals cannot know that a CIA agent is. They're like, bro, I can't get caught flashing a badge, bro. Come on. You got to think, shorty. in a twisted way, this made some minimal amount of sense to me. Or maybe I had lost my grip on reality so completely that I was willing to resign myself to whatever version of it I had to get through this. Which is, that's exactly what it sounds like. So then she had been on the phone for 5 hours, for nearly 5 hours at this point. This is her whole day. This started at 2 p.m., mind you. This is her whole day. So Michael seen the sense that I was flagging and asked if I had lunch. I hadn't. He told me to eat something, but keep him on the line. His agent was on the way to address but running late. You can meet him outside. If that will make you comfortable, he said. I felt relieved. He got chatty, asked about my job. I told him I was going to DC later that week. He said, "Oh, great. You could come to my office in Langley. Where are you staying?" So a little after 6 p.m., Michael told me to go downstairs. His colleague was arriving. My husband had just come home from work and was reading to our son. "What's going on? Is everything okay?" he asked as I put my coat on. I motioned to the phone and shushed him. Then I whispered, "I have to go downstairs and meet a guy who's helping with the identity theft case. I'll explain more later." He frowned and silently mouthed, "What?" It's the funniest note of this.
Imagine how pissed the husband was after all this came out. You did what with 50,000?
He said. Now, fellas, is this what you leaving your girl over this?
Definitely. 100%, yeah.
Okay, I just want to see if we were all in agreement because I am too.
Like, ladies, you leaving your man over not protecting you from this?
She didn't give him the opportunity. She shushed him.
No. What type of man? What?
Yeah.
Oh,
no, not even that. Not even that. What type of man letting his wife shush him? Like, bro, what you on, yo? Like, you get shushed by your girl. You get shushed by your girl after she sent you some concerning texts earlier.
Yeah.
You're breaking up crazy right now.
Yeah, you breaking up crazy, but I feel like you said some thought-provoking shit for real.
For sure.
So let's see. We just keep going. I didn't realize this story probably done took up like 45 minutes of this pod, but that's fine. We can just keep moving.
It's a good story.
Listen. So as she walks back sorry. So silently frowned, and mouthed, "What?" So he meets the SUV at the curb and put the money in the back seat. It's 6:06 p.m. Windows was tinted.
Did she say what kind of? Okay, I was about to ask what kind of car it was.
Yeah, it was SUV. Windows was tinted. He had a ball cap on. When I turned around, I could see the backlit faces of my husband and son watching from the apartment. As I walked back inside, he texted me a photo of a treasury check made out to me for 50 bands and told me a hard copy would be hand delivered to me in the morning. Now, this is the part that would blow my mind. Like, bro, y'all supposed to like, if y'all setting this whole thing in motion, where my check at now?
Yeah, you should have had this ready.
Yeah, word. Like, so mind you, he was working on setting up the appointment with the office, the Social Security office. You'll receive a confirmation text shortly. Stay on the line until you do. So she felt oddly comforted by this because she said, "Hey, look, usually when you set an appointment, you get an actual receipt, like of a real appointment, right?" So she took her son trick or treat with the phone still in her pocket. At one point, she checked to see if he was still there. The female colleague answered and said he'd be back soon. And then they got home. She checked again. The line was dead. She panicked and called back. The woman answered, "Michael is busy. He'll call you in the morning." I was confused. Did this mean I didn't have a social security number at all no more? Do I have an appointment at the office? The lady said, "Michael will call you tomorrow. He hasn't been able to secure your appointment yet. The social security office is closed now." Like, bitch, y'all knew it was going to be closed. And so literally, like, she went to her bedroom, shut the door, and then her face started growing hot. And then she said I saw the whole day peel away like the layers of an onion, revealing everything at the center.
She did.
Right? And then she just said, "Oh my God," I said, my hands tingling. "You're lying to me." Michael was lying. "You just took my money and I'm never getting that back." "That wasn't true," the woman said. She understood that I was upset. She was sorry. Everything would be fine. "You're a fucking liar," I hissed and hung up. So through choking sobs, she told her husband what had happened. You already know what the first. All right, let's take a guess. Let's take a guess on what you think is the first thing he said back to her.
Divorce.
No, he said.
First thing he said was, "Why didn't you tell me?" He asked incredulously. He couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. Well, hold on. Incredulously, in a manner indicating disbelief.
Yeah.
It just, I don't believe it. He said, I would have stopped you. So then her son looked on confused and said, Mama's sad. Which I'm sorry. I'm just thinking of all the thoughts that could go through your mind right now. Like, oh no, Mama ain't sad. Mama more than sad. Mama about to jump. Mama's about to do it tonight. Yeah, Mama's about to do it tonight. She's going to commit the act. So basically, they called 911. Excuse me, 911.
Whoa.
And so then 3 cops came over, and she recounted everything that had happened, and then then she said the most insulting part of it was the cops, as they got through the story, each step of the way, they would remind her, "Oh, hey, by the way, no government agency will ever."
Just when they call it back, if somebody else tries to scam you, because they're gonna tell all their scamming friends, just in the future, no government is gonna do this.
So now you're gonna be out on the street. Everybody gonna know you're an easy lick. So
they're gonna post you on the. You getting posted in the scammer group chat. Hey, yo, you're not gonna believe this shit, y'all.
Not only will the government never call you, Amazon will never call you. The way this all started, Amazon is not gonna call you.
Yeah, truthfully, because I was like, dog, if they seen them accounts under your name and them shits was a little funny money, buddy,
they will
you
a written correspondence.
Yeah, you're gonna find out in a much different way.
Amazon threatened to close my account after I said I didn't get a delivery too many times in a row. They would have closed their account expeditiously.
Oh yeah, they're just like, all right, well, if you're gonna keep fucking with my platform, I'll just stop you from using it. How about that?
Yeah, they do not bother calling your ass.
I gotta applaud the scammers. This is all beautifully executed. My question though is, if they already had all this information, they had her social security number, why didn't they just take her identity?
You know, they're probably gonna do that anyway.
This is just this is a slap in the face. This is a cherry on top. Yeah,
like I think honestly, I don't know what they saw in this woman to subject her to these sort of acts.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel that this might be a lesser charge than identity theft. Not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because they didn't take her.
Well, hold on.
She just convinced them to give her money.
But you impersonated government officials. That alone will get you cooked.
How much time do you get for impersonating government officials?
Impersonating a federal agent? You're getting at let's see. Maximum penalty of 3 years in prison and a fine.
Okay, and then what about that's maximum? Now, what about identity theft?
Let's see. Identity theft.
I don't think identity theft is that bad.
Up to 18 months in prison for 4th degree.
Yeah, I was about to say my dad got caught with 27 charges of identity theft, and he wasn't going that long.
I don't know why.
Up to 5 for 3rd degree. 2nd degree is 5.
What are the degrees of identity theft?
I need to know because 2nd degree gets you 5 to 10. What they doing?
Yeah, I think stealing social security numbers is like that's really high.
Oh, so wait, hold on. So my thing is, this will still be considered identity theft because, at least in New Jersey, identity theft is literally considered impersonating another person to obtain a benefit or commit a fraud. So that's exactly what happened. So this by definition would still be. Oh well, the degree 4th degree is to obtain a benefit of less than 50. Oh, okay, less than 5,000 or 500. Okay.
Also, the degrees are based on.
Yeah, I think so, buddy. At 50 bands, I'm sure you're getting it.
I mean, if they get caught, they're not getting nothing. Sounds like they got away scot-free.
Whoa, 3rd degree. This ban for 3rd degree is nuts. It's 3rd degree theft, identity theft. If you derive a benefit of at least 500, but less than 75,000, that range is insane. So you tell me if I took a band from somebody and then took 62 bands from somebody, that's the same charge?
Mm-hmm.
Dog, that's come on, yo. Come on, yo. Yeah, so by definition, he would be a 3rd degree identity theft. That's what that would count as. What was 3rd degree? 3rd degree was up to 5 years. So I mean, that's if they catch them niggas. For real. I ain't gonna hold you.
I don't think they're gonna catch her.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Do you think she's gonna get her 50K back?
Don't piss me off.
Well, that's crazy because she had 80K, and so only has 30K. Oh, that's crazy.
Okay. You was joking when you asked if she was gonna get her 50 back, right?
I was
You said you was serious?
Yes.
No, that woman's not getting that money. The government's not about to pay her because she got jugged.
I mean, her bank will refund it after like 3 years of going back and forth.
Oh yeah, no, they'll investigate this. They'll wait till the federal government's case closes. Yeah, you'll get that money back in like 18 months, probably.
Yeah. But the government, just because somebody impersonated the CIA,
first the CIA, the FTC,
hilarious.
Also,
back to my original point, why would the FTC have your social security number?
What do you mean?
Why would the government isn't all interconnected? The Federal Trade Commission has nothing to do with like. Why would the Federal Trade Commission have my social security?
Exactly.
I'm not.
Federal Trade Commission.
Yeah, the Federal Trade Commission. Like y'all know, like the place you go to report identity theft is through the Federal Trade Commission, right?
Oh no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, why wouldn't? Yeah, I was about to say identitytheft.gov is literally ran by the Federal Trade Commission.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I thought the Federal Trade Commission was like to investigate businesses.
Yeah, no. So it's protecting America's consumers. So I mean, yeah, in a sense, yeah, sort of it is. But yeah, no, reporting fraud and like business fraud and identity theft and like that's like their main bag. That's like all they do, really.
Oh, okay. Well, that adds an air of.
I mean,
get caught in this.
We could report an antitrust violation if you want. Or file an adjudicative document. Nah, we'll say that for later.
A word right there.
We'll say that for 2025. We ain't there yet. But yeah, so needless to say, I say that to say, listen, bro, don't pick up the phone. Really for anybody.
That's
like,
only defense.
And if anybody calls you from any of these people, any of these like companies, like please don't die on the hill that if you are not willing to email this to me, you aren't serious. And I mean that ain't gonna save you, but shit, it might help.
It's the only way to stay safe. I literally I don't answer the phone of numbers I don't recognize. If it's important, they will leave a voicemail.
Because Amazon calling me would blow me. Like I just like, what do you fucking want? Like, what do you want, bro? Hello? I'm like, do you have a business account? No. Boop, boop, boop. Like, no, bro, get off my phone. But yeah, no, this was nasty. But look, hey, it's tax season. It's tax season, man. It's that time of the year. They know some of y'all got a little extra in them accounts, and they said, look, they passed the Nigerian princes, nigga. They done moved on. Now they got 4-man teams. Like these niggas got a demolition expert, they got the sniper, they got the
sniper.
They got the stealth guy. He do all the stealth missions and shit. That's a woman, probably, right? They got the woman doing all the stealth shit.
They got the contortionist that can slip in and out of parties.
They got the swordsman, even though it's impractical, but like he's just cool.
You gotta have a swordsman. I mean, that nigga's cool. So, I mean, yeah. I don't even feel bad for her, honestly.
Okay, let's see. This just published 2 hours ago. Okay, Nicole Fegan, who is a YSL trial defense attorney, has been arrested on gang charges. Nicole Fegan, who represented Tenquarius Mender.
Tenquarius?
Tenquarius.
Sorry, Tenquarius. Maybe
no,
Tenquarius.
Wait, because he's not just Aquarius. He's Tenquarius.
He's a handful of Aquarius, a handful of Aquarii, if you will.
He's a multi-Aquarius. Tenquarius.
Niggas be having some names, bro. I can't.
Y'all got some names on y'all. Yeah.
I got some names on y'all.
What else? I guess while we on the YSL case, we might as well talk about what's going on in that same district. So Fannie Willis. This is a story that I was going to speak to a few months ago, but no, not months, but a few weeks ago, maybe like 2-3 weeks ago. But I just kind of left it up there. So obviously, there has been a hearing on motions to dismiss Fannie Willis from the Georgia election fraud case involving Trump. And I'm just like, listen, you are in a tough spot right now. You are battling Thugger and Trump. Like, you're having a bad week or a bad year or a month or lifetime. I don't know what you want to call it. But
you're going to lose one of them, and I hope it is the Thugger case, not the Trump case.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, man. I really don't know. But what I will tell you is, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. It's Black History Month, and I know that tends to mean that I should have a certain slant when discussing this case. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. I'm not willing to go so far as to say whatever they say she did it, but she did something. And I think it's just a shame what happens in certain instances. Like, you ever seen a situation, right, where somebody is basically like giving another person shit, and there's a group of people giving that person shit, and the motivation for why they're giving that person shit is like racism or like just something fucked up, right? Mm-hmm. And what happens is people will form this defense for the person who's taking that shit due to that, even if what's being alleged is literally spot on, right? And so in this case, it's like I'm seeing a lot of people defend her on the whole, like, oh, y'all being racist, y'all don't like seeing a Black woman stand up for herself. Again, these are all true statements. Please don't ever think I disagree with them. They don't like seeing a Black woman stand up for herself. They are racist. They want you off this case because you're Black. Like, listen, please do not mistake what I am saying for agreement with their cause. But at the same time, sister girl, it's some things going on in that past and in that history, and it's been some questions asked that she has not had answers for. And when she hasn't had answers, she's just giving some sass, and it's just like, okay, that's cool, but like, what that you like? They like I literally seen one, right, where they was asking her, and they was asking her about basically like, did you get some cash to this dude? And so she did on this whole, I know what you're getting at. I know what you're trying to do. And you think you slick and you da. And the lady's like, okay, all right. So she qualifies her question the second time around and then asks the same question. And then she's like, well, I've only given him cash like 3 or 4 occasions. Like, it ain't like I give him. It's like, okay, so the answer to my first question was yes. And you did all that funny shit for nothing. Like, again, I understand you're a DA. You do this to people all the time. So I know you know how this works. You're just like, you're playing this up. Like, again, I have no problem with how she playing it, but in the sense that it's clearly something here. And I think, to me, if you're playing it like this because look, y'all not gonna find something, but it's always gonna smell, then I'm fine with that. Because it's gonna smell because something's there, but you'll never find it. You get what I'm saying? But like, to me, that's kind of where we at now, where it's like, baby, this stinks. Something smells, and they ain't found it yet. But it's like, maybe you better hope they don't find nothing, because once they do, they're gonna be validated in all their racism, and that's all they're waiting for.
That's always the worst part, when like you prove them right, like you were right for the wrong reason.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and that happens all the time. Where it's like, you like, because again, my first instinct was like, oh, she's prosecuting Trump, so I already know where this is coming from. I already know why. It's the same. Perfect example is, this is the same thing with the lady from Harvard, where I knew off rip, like, this was about like, oh, okay, I know what this is about. This is a Black woman who didn't fall in line with the bullshit y'all wanted her to do, and so now she the problem. Now in her case, she didn't even have nothing that stinks for real. It was just pure racism. It was just, hey, look, we caught you plagiarizing, and then when we looked into the plagiarize, it was like, oh, there's a section that I didn't cite. It's like, dog, if this is the standard you holding this to for I promise you, a lot of these presidents, a lot of these magistrates, a lot of these chancellors, they getting the hell up out of here because people don't perfectly cite everything that they write. Sometimes it is literal stealing. Like, again, like, it's hard to, because you can't engage the intention, right? I don't know why you didn't cite a section. Maybe you didn't cite it because you just thought, oh, well, this was a thought I formed on my own, so I didn't really feel like I had to cite it, but it's very similar to another thought that's on record or something like that. But in some cases, you won't cite it purely because, hey, look, I'm stealing this and I want you to think it's mine. But both of those would be considered plagiarism.
Mhm.
And so for me, it's like to compare someone who you could tell, like, based on what it was, like, yes, this is technically plagiarizing, but like, this is such a, what do you call it? This is such a like, oh, you guys are being sticklers to get this one off.
Yeah.
Like, I know what y'all doing for this one. Like, this is technically plagiarism, but like, come on, guys. Like, this is nasty work. So that's what this looks like. I'm sure you can hear my dog barking in the background. I'm absolutely positive. I don't. This fucking jerk is upstairs
What's she
yelling.
got going on?
I don't know. Grandmother's probably talking to her, swearing she want her to get away from her, but doing all the things that dogs love to keep them near. Like, niggas be weird. But yeah, so this is just the case. I'm like, look, I'll keep watching, but it's one of those things where, like, and I seen the way she gave it up in like her defense. She was very like, it was funny because I remember I was looking at it, and me and Raevin was watching this, and I was saying, like, I already know how this is gonna play out, and I hadn't seen nothing yet on it. I was just like, I know so many people are going to defend her like they did Kamala, just because it's like, oh, this is a black woman who's facing racism and facing these charges that are purely based in racism and which I respect. I'm not necessarily fully mad at that, but my problem is we've done that enough times to understand that is an uncritical stance, and taking that stance almost never benefits us. It tends to always benefit the person who you know what I'm saying? It's going to benefit Fanny, just like it benefited Kamala. But how does it benefit us? Because then when we shoot them bail, and then we do discover something that we discover, which there always is something, because we're talking about politicians here, buddy. Like, none of these niggas are as clean as we think. So it's like, look, if this was something as simple as you was fucking a nigga, you gave him a job, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, that's technically corruption. I don't fucking care. I don't care. Now, I understand, especially when you are prosecuting a case against the former president of the United States, it just simply like you have to die on this hill. I get it. I get that. I do get that. All I'm saying is I'm not willing to fight tooth and nail and go to bat for this woman when at the end of the day, you're a district attorney, which is a fancy name for a Fed. So you're a Fed.
Niggas in jail.
Right. It's a fancy name for a Fed. You're a Fed, right? So you're a Fed who's being attacked by a former president, Reed, Fed. So to me, it's just Fed on Fed violence. Like, at this point, listen, I understand you are a black woman. You did shout out to my listen, Fed on Fed. We'll see who wins.
Yeah, just let them yell it out.
Yeah, this is Fed on Fed. I'll let you. This is like when Apple and Epic had their beat. All right, well, shit. Hopefully, y'all both lose. I don't know. Like, is there a way to where nobody gets anything? Like a secret third company wins? I don't know. Fuck both of y'all, for real. So I don't know. We'll see. I don't, like I said, I'm not of the camp of the protect her and da. Listen, she can fight her battle. It's gonna be tough because, again, it's gonna be a lot of shit. But hey, we'll see. Like I said, I truthfully, this is an example of corruption. I just do not care. I'm sorry. I just don't. Bro, listen, you was fucking a nigga. He was fucking you good. You figure you get him a job. That's some real shit. I appreciate that. I think that's a dope. That's
about that.
Yeah, I mean, what is corrupt about?
The nigga on.
Yeah, listen, the nigga put it down, and so she about to lift him up. Like, what's like?
I honestly don't see the issue.
Isn't that what we ask about black brothers and sisters? No,
talk about it.
But see, of course, the white man would look at it and say that when a black sister lifts up another black man, it is corruption. No. So a black man who I had familiar relations with, you telling me that brother cannot be part of my board, but a white man can.
Okay, Farrakhan.
Don't do that. But yeah. So this is one of the ones where I'm like, look, we'll see how it plays out. Don't truly care that much. But
prayers in the middle.
Prayers in the middle. Like, nobody receives these. Like, they just in a box, really. Like,
what's the shit they did in ancient Rome when somebody's in a gladiator? He had the thumb in the middle and he turned it up or down. Just leave the thumb in the middle.
Prayers in the middle is hilarious. Like, you just put them all in a box and the winner get them.
What is this, Schrödinger's prayer? It's neither positive nor negative.
My prayers were neither positive nor negative. Oh man, I'm crying. Oh man. But listen, so we got oh, that fucked me up. So what else we got? We got well, Raevin not here right now. I was gonna mention the Sexy Red video because actually I should have transitioned to this off of the AI topic because it was somewhat related to that. But I know you didn't see it, so I'll just so there's a song on Drake's album, on his new album called Rich Baby Daddy, right? It's Sexy Red.
He had a new album.
The For All the Dogs joint, the one that came out like a month
ago,
2 months ago.
Yeah.
Well, newest album, sorry. But so Sexy Red, SZA, and Drake are on that song, right? So they got a video for the song. Now, as you know, Sexy Red was pregnant. Now, granted, as you probably didn't know, Sexy Red had her baby. I didn't know this. I was informed of this because why would I know
I
this?
knew that because I was forced to see her twerking in the hospital bed.
Oh, I feel like I did see that too, but maybe I just like wiped it. I don't know. Because I did, yeah, no, now that you mentioned, I'm positive I saw that. But yeah, who knows? I don't know. But anywho, and so that's that. But so the premise of the video, right, is it's like a home video, and that's the aesthetic. It's like a home video type thing. And basically it's filming them and they all chilling out in some crib, and then Sexy Red, her water breaks. Oh no, they're having a baby. So then they rush them to the hospital, and then the rest of the video takes place of them in the hospital room or in the hospital, right? Now, simple premise for a video. The song's called Rich Baby Daddy. I guess I'm starting to get some of it because Drake's there. That's the whole point, right? All right, cool. No harm, no foul. Would you believe me if I told you people really thought this was Sexy Red's birth video? And that this video was actually from the day Sexy Red gave birth. Even though they had many of those same people watched Sexy Red twerk in the hospital gown, like you just mentioned.
Now, why? We're
losing recipes.
We're just
media literacy is in the dumps.
It's nothing. It's zero. It's obliterated.
And the worst part was, it wasn't just individual people misinterpreting it. There was media organizations misinterpreting the video as well.
No fucking way, bro. Come on.
Like I seen one where it was saying like, oh, like SZA got on Drake for saying, why the fuck are you still recording when she's having a baby? Mind you, it's fake. Cause think about it, SZA said that, and Drake kept recording.
People writing think pieces like Drake would be the type to still be, he prioritizes It's like, hey yo, nigga, I'm about to scream.
Not Drake would be the type based on a false premise.
I mean, Drake would be the type.
No, you think so? No, I don't think Drake would be the type to keep recording. Drake the type of nigga to stop recording and say, I'm so sorry, I should have never hurt your feelings that way.
Right.
But yeah, so this part blew mine because I was just like, bro, I am scared for the future with open AI. Like, that's why I feel like the open AI conversation would have been the time to have, because it's like, dog, I'm scared. Like, this ain't even AI. This is just these are concept videos. A concept video, a concept art.
Like an analog video filter really got y'all.
I don't even know if there's a video filter. I think it was just the concept of the video not being what, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, people lost sight of everything due to just the concept of like, oh, you're having a video. Wait, how is Drake there? That's so coincidental. Is it like, nigga? Oh, it was for a music video. This was shot weeks ago, probably months ago.
Were people also thinking Drake was the dad since he was there?
Well, I mean, they did those rumors initially when the song first dropped, and Sexy Red got pregnant. So, I mean,
okay.
That one, now mind you, some of the rumors I just chalk up to, like, I don't know, that's like conspiracy theory people shit. It's just people just. But what else we got in music? I know it's a little old for the Meg Nicki shit, but before we get off it, I definitely did want to remind the world that Heist debuted at #1 and Bigfoot debuted at like 130 something. That was about all I had.
He was generous.
that was about all I had on the topic. I don't know if anybody else had anything.
Nicki
I got
Minaj
nothing on that.
is cooked. That Bigfoot, get up on your good foot. That shit was.
It's garbage.
Yeah, nah. What's that Charlamagne clip? Nah, that ain't it. Nah, ain't it. Funny enough, that was the Safari, but nah, that ain't it.
What's that Joe Budden clip? That shit was a 2-pack of ass.
Yeah, he said, "I'm here to double down, nigga. That shit was a 2-pack of ass. This shit
Get up on
stinks."
your good foot. Oh my god, shut
Listen,
up.
I did think that was a tad bit clever, but the problem was you
it's
sold your
not.
best line. You sold your best line on Twitter up and before you even dropped your song. So once people heard the song and then that was over with, like I remember hearing the song and I was like, I'm sorry, are you about to talk for a minute and a half at the end of the song? Are you about to
listen to
spend
the song?
half
I
of
didn't
this
know
song
she talked.
talking to me?
I did not even know she
And the whole
talked.
time she talking like a nigga that's like rubbing a cat, like a villain,
like a villain.
Yeah, that's like perked up, rubbing the cat. Just, I see you found your way to my palace, but surely you have no idea what you've gotten yourself into.
It pertains to your mom.
Yeah, like she was. I'm just like, yo, why are you talking like this? What? Like, are you
She
on
is
something?
a cokehead. She is off it.
Like
severely.
Now listen up, Bigfoot. You know I got a lot of tea. I went easy on you.
Is this real?
Yeah,
Are you joking right now?
Those are the real.
You know I got a lot of tea.
Now hold on, my favorite was I know that they have a very evil spirit. Where my prayer warriors at?
Oh no.
Where my prayer warriors at? And the funniest part, I don't think you want the next installment of this song. I know it's the most attention you've ever gotten. One flow ho, but
Most
trust.
pinchy for I'm gonna have an aneurysm, yo.
No.
Now, if I know what Nikki should have did, this would have been the funniest thing in the world. If
Shut
she
the
would have
fuck
dropped,
up.
she'll never do that. But if she had dropped like this track and then like drop like the sped up version, the slow,
Yeah.
the sped up, the slowed version, the chopped and slop version, the acapella. I would have dropped the whole EP.
That stands would have fucking ate that shit up. She would have made bread off of that.
Dog, I would have dropped the 8-song EP and it's all one song. It's just 7 versions of the same shit. You want to hear the rock version of Bigfoot? Yeah, I got you.
DDG literally do that?
There's a lot. There's a couple people did that. A couple people.
I mean, Megan Thee Stallion did that with his. Like, there's a chopped and screwed version.
He did that with Cobra too, I think.
Yeah.
There was like 3 versions of Cobra. There was like the normal one, like the sped up, and then like the slowed version, then the rock version. There was like 4 versions actually, I think.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I forgot. I know I'm not gonna say who the first was to do it because I don't remember. I'm trying to think of the first I saw to do it. It was a woman. I can't remember who though. It was like one of the younger artists. I can't remember who it was though. But it was like somebody they had like it was literally an EP of like 5 songs, and I thought it was a new EP, and it was the same song 5 times. And I was just
it Doja Cat?
Maybe it might have been Doja or like a Flo Milli maybe or a maybe even I don't think it was Ice Spice. I want to say like it was somebody with one of them TikTok sounds. I can't think of like one of their songs with the TikTok sound. I don't think it was. I don't remember. I do want to.
TikTok. It might have been Ice Spice.
I mean, it might have been. It might have been, but I want to say it was like I don't know why Flo Milli seems closer to who I think it was. Like I don't think it was Flo Milli per se, but I feel like it was like. Yeah. I don't think it was, but I want to say like like it was like a darker skinned artist. Like it wasn't a light skinned artist.
Sexy Red?
No, it wasn't Sexy Red. It was before Sexy Red, like before I was even really. I don't know. I don't remember. It don't matter. We don't. It don't really matter. But either way, that would have been hilarious for Bigfoot. Like that would have just. But yeah, this just yeah. I'm just like yeah. I don't know. But let's just listen. We'll see, man. Yeah, we'll see. Because it's crazy. Because it's like to me, this whole debacle firmly puts Nicki in the Chris Brown category for me, where it's just like you could be the best of all time if you weren't such an insufferable prick. And there's just nothing else I can do about it. Like it's just if you weren't who you were, and instead you were, I don't know, someone else, you would probably be the best to do what you've ever done. Like you would be the best female rapper of all time for good. Like for good. Fuck a like in 20 years there wouldn't be somebody who could come up with an argument. You know, like it's like like the Usain Bolt shit, like where niggas ain't finna touch Usain Bolt records for a minute. You know what I mean? If ever, right? Like it could have been that, I think, for Nicki and for a nigga like Chris, where it could have easily been that. You could have been the R&B god, the R&B king. Like obviously Usher had his run and some of them other niggas had their run, but you could have surpassed Trey Songz. You could have surpassed, I mean, he did, right? But like I'm saying, like you would have been definitively like that dude, but you had your own shit and your own things. Yeah, your own shit. And it's like, that's my only thing with Nicki, because it's just like, dog, listen, I know she got the talent. That's the part that killed me. I've heard her rap better than this on a song from a few months ago. On the album she just dropped. So I'm just like, what is this? What is this like this opium-induced slurification? Yeah, like what is this?
Opium-induced.
This opium-induced slur session where you just get your slurs all just now I'm going to tell you once. Like,
is that really how it sounded?
Listen, just throw on Bigfoot and then go to the end and just hear her talking. I'm telling you, where my prayer warriors at. You got to hear
where my prayer warriors at. It's crazy when you're talking about a woman's dead mother.
Right, like, bro, where are my prayer warriors at? On the opposing team, sweetie.
Praying against you.
They're not around you.
Yeah, no, these prayers are not in the middle. Oh man, but yeah, no. I don't know what was going on with that, man. Best of luck to Meg and Meg only. Yeah. I guess we want to do sports. We want to move to sports. We want to hop on over to sports. What we want to do? I get some sports guys. I get some
football over. Is sports even a thing anymore?
Well, football just ended, and for those who don't know, the Kansas City Chiefs have won the Super Bowl. Overtime game over the 49ers. And we're gonna give a quick little bullet point here.
I was very disappointed that the game was gonna be boring as I was watching it, but once it went into overtime, that's when I really like I leaned forward in my seat. You know, my enjoyment went up. My engagement levels were spiked. I'm sure my smart TV, they scanned my face and saw that I was engaged. So next year it'll be more overtime football games.
And they started sending you like Wendy's commercials because they saw you sitting up. It's like, oh, he really paying attention. All right, show him the Baconator. Show him the Baconator. Come on.
Show him the Baconator. show. Before we actually get into the sports itself, were you also disappointed with the commercials this year?
So one thing I will say is I've been disappointed with Super Bowl commercials probably for some time, and I think
it feels like they haven't been good since we've been kids. Like it's
been at least like a good 5-6 years of just mid commercials.
It's literally just it's movie trailers for like movies that niggas are excited for, and then regular bullshit. Nigga, the Super Bowl commercials were looking like a normal Thursday Night Football Amazon Prime night ads. Like there was nothing special about the ads.
Literally, the Super Bowl commercials can be like narrowed down to like you said, movies. Now I'm not even going specific like movie trailers. Some random fucking Budweiser commercial where some guys got like a truck or some shit.
It's always gotta be a Budweiser commercial every
time. A whole bunch of random Oh, hold on. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you see? I maybe this was like a region locked. Nigga, Temu had 19 commercials.
Yes, I saw. Night. Temu, I tweeted about it.
The same commercial
is getting a bag like that to be able to afford multiple Super Bowl commercials.
And it was like, and the worst part was this wasn't a Super Bowl commercial. It was just a commercial that they bought Super Bowl ad space for. Yeah. Like that Temu, and I'll tell you, it was the same Temu commercial all 18 times. I think it was two. I think it was two different ones. And it was like they were alternate between one and then the other one. And they were just very slightly different. And I'm like, boy, Temu them dropped $100 million on the damn Super Bowl.
What happened to the game I love, yo? There used to be standards for Super Bowl commercials. Now it's just you just pay and you just get to throw any. Did you see Kanye West commercial, bro?
No, I didn't. He had a commercial.
Oh, Kanye! Quickly look up Kanye West Super Bowl commercial.
I'm looking at it.
Please.
All right, let's see. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I got your shoes. And that's it. Yeah, honestly, the problem with commercials, especially at the Super Bowl now, is that, like, again, this is what happens with capitalism, right? It's like there used to be tradition involved with Super Bowl commercials.
Mm-hmm.
And that tradition was typically what determined like who would be buying commercials, right? Because people were basically just like, hey, look, I'm not about to buy a spot and then run the same commercial I've been running all year. Like
exactly.
It was just, again, it was just
Doritos used to have a game on lock back in
every
grade.
year.
Everybody would go to school talk about, yo, did you see that Doritos commercial, bro? That's
Every time.
crazy.
Every time. And mind you, even the same brands now that are doing these boring ass run of the mill commercials, they used to get freaky with these commercials too, because there was a tradition. The commercials were like, they were so separate from every other commercial that brand would have. It's like, yo, did you see so-and-so's? Like you said, did you see the Doritos Super Bowl commercial? Did you see this? Yo, remember that baby powder one? That one was crazy, son. Yo, the one for the gummy bears that was wild. Like, the avocado commercial was good. Like, it was just about the tradition of commercial. But then what happened is, again, I don't know who started it, who was the first guy, but somebody got in, right? And then just literally was like, man, fuck that. I'm running a commercial. I paid $7 million for the spot. I'm not about to make a whole new fucking commercial too. You out of your fucking mind. This is the most watched sporting event of the year. I'm gonna pay money for the spot, and that's it, nigga. And we gonna run our commercial. And they did that. And I'm sure a couple other people were looking like, I guess
we could do that now?
I guess that is technically cheaper because I don't have to actually spend money on a huge commercial. And it actually takes less effort too, because then I don't have to develop a whole new, save money, less effort, still get a commercial during the Super Bowl. I mean, shit. I mean, yeah, okay.
Shit as direct disrespect to me as a consumer. Any company that didn't put effort in on the Super Bowl ads will not see my business. I'm boycotting all of them.
So funny enough, though, about that foot washer commercial, right? That commercial is from I believe it's like a nonprofit that's about, like, about Christianity and how is Christianity supposed to accept everyone, all of this other shit, right? Funny enough, that nonprofit that made that commercial is, I think, like either heavily subsidized or created by Hobby Lobby.
By Hobby Lobby?
Oh, do you know what Hobby Lobby is?
Yes. What the fuck does Hobby Lobby have to do with religion?
Well, it's funny enough because Hobby Lobby are incredibly conservative. Insanely conservative.
Incredibly conservative, but you have a Jesus ad that's probably
right.
Jesus ad.
So you get the hypocrisy. so you understand the hypocrisy because
that's like management change and like no longer
it's called playing both sides of an issue. That's all it is.
But you're super conservative. Why would you want to play the other side?
Because I want to look like I'm willing to. No, it's not. This is listen. This ain't got nothing to do with. Like, all it says, like, all right, hold on. Let me break it down, right? So basically, Hobby Lobby is run by a billionaire family. That billionaire family funded a group, right, that made a foot washing commercial about Christ. Now, mind you, first off, I want to say that commercial was AI.
Oh yeah, it looked. I've been seeing people online saying it wasn't AI and it was just the background that made it look weird, but I'm still undecided on it. It definitely looked peculiar, for sure.
Right. Yeah. So the thing about the he gets this thing, right, is basically, like, look at it like this: the same people who spent millions to bring us the message about this, right, that he gets us, and people who's all of that, right? The same people who do that will continue to spend more money sponsoring CPAC, where they will continue to push legislation against trans people, demonize the LGBT community as a whole, and deny legal rights for women and minorities.
So y'all do all this shit in the background and then post an ad about Jesus accepts all.
It's a rebranding effort. That's all. It's just a chance to look different, right? Because he gets us started by $100 million donation from the founder of Hobby Lobby, right? And then a group, Alliance Defending Freedom, took over. He gets us. Alliance Defending Freedom is put it this way, they have a page on the Southern Poverty Law Center. And for those of you who know what the Southern Poverty Law Center does, it's usually not good when you have a page on that on there. Right? So mind you, now let me read to you what the ADF, the Alliance Defending Freedom, stands for, right? They supported the recriminalization of acts between consenting LGBT adults in the U.S. and abroad, defended state-sanctioned sterilization of trans folks abroad, contended that LGBT people are more likely to engage in pedophilia, and claimed that a homo agenda will destroy Christianity and society. But he gets us. Right, so they got quotes of the things that all these people who used to work at the ADF said, some of them from 2019, 2020, 2013, 2014, 2005, 2003, So granted, this is my whole thing when it's like, this is also the other thing where it's just like, okay, now you got niggas like that. But I just wanted to bring that up, like, just so we're very clear. Fuck Hobby Lobby, fuck the ADF, fuck He Gets Us, all that bullshit. Suck my dick, all you niggas, actually.
I've been off Hobby Lobby since that museum scandal.
They had a museum scandal?
Hobby Lobby had a museum scandal?
Yeah, so like back in like I think 2017, 2018, it had came out that Hobby Lobby, Hobby Lobby had like illegally sourced like antiques from Iraq, and like he opened up a museum of the Bible in Washington D.C. and he had those artifacts that were looted essentially. Iraqi artifacts in their museum.
Yeah, they had purchased a bunch of our Iraqi artifacts from dealers in the UAE. Which, okay, first off, I'm sorry, I'm gonna say something crazy about Dubai. These niggas are crazy. Like, y'all need to realize that nothing there is real. Like, don't nothing in Dubai be real, bro. Like, I wouldn't even bother buying designer over there because, like, you probably got a better chance of going to fucking New York City and on one of the blocks and getting some real shit than you do over there in Dubai.
Just because it's Dubai, it's legit.
They're like, well, these niggas got all this money and these buildings be so expensive and that, yeah, and they're using your scam money to pay for the buildings, dummy. That don't mean just because the building nice don't mean the shit that they got in it is good. So many of the artifacts lacked any supporting evidence of their history or ownership, raising the possibility that they had either been looted, sold on a black market, or falsified. Which, mind you, later on, let's slide forward. They revealed that 5 of its 16 Dead Sea Scroll fragments are counterfeit. All 16. Oh no, that was in 2018. In March 2020, an independent fraud investigator hired by the museum revealed that, in fact, all 16 fragments were counterfeit, made from ancient leather but with modern ink.
Wow.
The museum also removed the display of another disputed artifact, a miniature Bible which a NASA astronaut had purportedly carried to the moon.
I feel like we would know, right? Like,
yeah. Well, apparently the guy who sold this was Dirk D. O'Bink. That's a crazy name. He's an American papyrologist. How do you get these jobs?
The hell is a papyrologist?
I'll tell you right now. It's the study of manuscripts of ancient literature, correspondence, legal art archives, and preserved on portable media from antiquity, the most common form of which is papyrus.
White people job.
Yeah, literally.
He got an BA in English and then an MA in classical studies and papyrology. They had a real degree for this. Fuck's sake. And then he got a PhD in classics at Stanford. This is literally a white people degree. My mama will beat my ass if I tried pursuing this shit.
If I told anybody in my real life that I tried to do this, they would laugh at me.
Fuck laughing, man. My mama will do harm to me. But yes. So anyway, so about the commercial, the commercials have lost they oomph. Them shits have not been good and God knows how long. Skipping down the game a little bit. Halftime show. Thought the halftime show was good. I thought Alicia Keys' first note was really funny. I don't know if you was watching live, but did you hear that first note?
I don't remember.
Okay,
I feel like if it was really bad, I would have stopped.
Yeah, that first note immediately I knew was like, oh, somebody's gonna talk about this.
She was singing "If I Ain't Got You," but then she was like, it's like the first note is like some people want it all, but she's like, some people. I was like, oh my, like you just started singing. I'm like, no, that's the first word.
First note is crazy. Even if the rest of the song is sung perfectly, people gonna talk about that first note.
Well, back to our AI combo.
It starts to get a little. I did see that.
Yeah.
They gonna talk about
it? Talk about what? Because if you go on the NFL page right now and look at Alicia Keys' performance, she didn't miss that note at all.
That's kind of scary. So, like, if you don't watch something live, you
may never see what actually happened, huh?
Yeah.
That's pretty scary. Imagine you get a Super Bowl halftime show. You're like, Justin Bieber killed it. You said what?
Justin Bieber?
Yeah, no, Justin Bieber. He was frying shit up. You see a deep fake.
Lil Wayne was performing.
It's a deep fake. It's a deep fake. They replaced Lil Jon with Justin Bieber. So yeah, Justin Bieber was singing "Turned Down" for what? No idea why, but yeah. So Alicia Keys missing that note. I mean, she looked great in her suit. And funny enough, I knew as soon as I saw Usher grab on her, I was like, oh, here we go. Twitter's got these black folks on these black. Never mind. Let me chill. But these black folks, these black folks on Twitter are gonna have a whole new talking point to talk about. And sure enough, they did. Swiss Beats came out and pretty much said, look, y'all worried about that. Y'all need to worry about that performance. They, just deflecting on something like, bro, what are y'all talking about, bro? My girl's Alicia Keys. She has a famous song with Usher called My Boo. They're going to get that off, bro. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. Like, I really don't know what you want me to do. Like, I'm supposed to, I'm supposed to fuck my marriage up over this. I'm supposed to throw away this shit. Like, come on, bro. Like, listen, not to mention.
Overreact and get on Twitter and start yelling.
But here's the secret part, the secret tea, right? Especially when we talk about famous niggas. Show of hands, I think all you famous niggas cheat on your girl. So as far as I'm concerned, her getting grabbed on by Usher, like this is not even remotely close to an equal exchange. Like,
also,
so I don't
specifically Swiss Beats. Didn't he cheat with his ex to be with Alicia Keys?
Well, no, I know Alicia Keys did some.
She
cheated.
Alicia Keys was the mistress. He cheated on him.
Yeah, I thought so. So like,
bro.
Well, don't get me wrong. Also remember, Swiss Beats was getting allegations of cheating around that time he bought her that truck or that brand new car.
Alicia Keys or his ex?
No, Swiss Beats was allegedly cheating on Alicia Keys.
So Alicia Keys was the mistress, and
Swiss Beats was married to somebody else. Alicia Keys came in, stole a nigga from whoever he was with, and then as they got together years later, he allegedly was cheating on. He allegedly was cheating on her, Alicia Keys. And so my whole thing is, if you cheat and Usher get to grab your girl a little bit, like, bro, consider yourself lucky.
Part of the game.
Yeah, consider yourself lucky because he could have been knocking your shit, like, and he should have been. Now it says Swiss Beats has denied cheating on Alicia Keys with Lala Anthony. I mean, shit. Nah, let me not say that.
He was gonna say that's Lala Anthony. I get it.
I'm saying like, but yeah, so that's my whole thing where I'm like, but niggas do this every time where I'm like, bro, like if you are like, that's the thing I don't get. Like, bro, if I'm dating somebody who, like, it's just, you gotta be cool with certain shit. Like, I know it's not for everybody, and I think that's the part that why we keep having this discussion, because people who this shit is not for always have the most to say about it. Like, you would never let your girl do that. One, your girl don't even work a job where she should be doing it, dummy. And
So
two,
when would this happen?
when would a nigga grab on your girl and you're supposed to be cool with that? When would that happen? Please riddle me that. What career she's a pharmacy tech at CVS, bro. Why would a nigga have his hand around your girl hip? That wouldn't make sense. So you would never be in a position to where this would be something you're supposed to even be cool with. So that's the part that kills me, where it's just like, dog, listen. Same thing with Keke Palmer, nigga. When your girl is Keke Palmer, that only comes up then, bro. That's not even coming up if now again, here's another. I'll tell you a career where it would come up in. If your girl was, say, a bottle girl, right? Or say she was like a star tender, or say, you know what I'm saying? Or say she was one of them. Something involving a nightlife. I'm a party promoter. It gets a little scary now, right?
Mm-hmm.
If she
niggas are definitely gonna try some shit.
right. If she a private dancer, if she do certain lines of work, you get what I'm saying? Like, then it's like, okay. But again, those are the only people who would even have a situation where there's even an expectation that you're supposed to be cool with that. And then even in them cases, nigga, that's a discussion the two parties involved have. Nobody else. So my thing is, I'm like, bro, look, if she got a man and her man is cool with X, Y, and Z having it, then I can sit up here and just say I wouldn't go for it, but I'm not about to write no think piece. I'm not about to sit up here and extrapolate this to see. That's the problem with men nowadays. Oh, brother, yo. Shut up, yo. Everyone's too soft and you're just a big bad alpha that has to remind us that you're the alpha every day, right? Bro, come on. Like, bro, come on. I'm so sick of it. Shut up. Like, shut up. So that part was fucking annoying. I already knew. I was like, as soon as I saw it, I said, "Oh, Black Twitter." Those. Ooh. I ain't gonna say it. But all right. So what else about the game? What else? That scene where Travis Kelce was pushing Andy Reid. That was the funniest shit in the world.
Like, people were really like blowing that shit out of proportions on Twitter. Like, at the time, people were calling him like he's this violent thug and showing his truth. I'm like, damn, the nigga's just passionate about the game and wants this coach to put him in.
They was doing that out of hate. They like, you know what that was.
Yeah.
That was just like, oh, when a black person. So that's all that ever be. I don't triple that shit. I know what y'all doing. I see what y'all doing. I don't get involved in that. I see what y'all
seeing. It was white people. It wasn't even black people. Like, I was seeing. It feels like a lot of people that normally don't watch the Super Bowl and don't watch food. I mean, a lot of people that don't watch football were seeing a passionate player want to get put in the game, and they were freaking out about it.
And on top of that, literally, I think part of the reason why he was pissed off is because the guy who caused the fumble on that play got let in by the person who replaced Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
So it's like, bro, if I was on the field, I literally could have stopped that guy and prevented this from happening. Like,
no, literally. Like,
so he's not mad because he didn't get the ball. He's looking at like, bro, even when I'm not getting the ball, put me in the fucking game.
That's literally what it was. He was like, bro, just keep me in the game, dog. I could have stopped this.
I could have prevented this. So yeah, so he's pushing on Andy Reid, but boy, I tell you,
when I watched it, I got the sense that he wasn't even like trying to harm them. He was just so riled up that he just didn't realize he came in with that much force, and he almost knocked the old nigga off his feet because he was out of balance.
You could tell he was scared. Andy was just like, "Oh, what the fuck, bro? What are you yelling for, bro? What the hell?"
Like, even on Andy Reid's face, the nigga wasn't. He's just like, "Oh shit, what the fuck? What is not?"
Yeah, like he wasn't even mad. He was just on some, bro. Why are you yelling? Damn. I'll put you, bro. I'll put you in. Damn, fuck. You look like you're a little tired. I figured you needed a break. Fuck.
Like I keep saying, it was just a lot of people that don't watch football and they don't understand the intensity and the passion that these players have. Like, the nigga wasn't mad at the coach. He was mad at what was going on, and he just used a little bit too much energy on an old fat man.
On Dr. Eggman.
He literally looked like Dr. If his mustache was black instead of fucking blonde, he would really be Dr.
Eggman. That's Andy Robotnik. But what else? So the game overall, this is a good game, very tight game. This is a good example of you don't need a game where the score is 40-40 for it to be a good game. Like, you can have a good game that is still like every point is hard fought. You got to earn everything you get, and ain't nobody's giving you easy money. Like, and every time it did look easy for a team for a few plays, it stopped. Like
So
it was
change.
it was only for a few plays. Like you might have got 3 straight plays off where it's like, oh shit, it looked like they get it's getting out. Oh, okay, never mind. All right, never mind. They figured it out. I thought that was gonna be it. Like, and that happened for the 49ers at one point where I'm like, this is looking
that one
bad.
trick play where fucking he threw the ball to Christian McCaffrey.
Mm-hmm.
That I was screaming when I saw that because that was his first touchdown. I needed 2.
Yeah, I did too. But that play, I was just like, I'll tell you what. Like, I remember watching it when it happened. I was like, see, those are the type of plays that. And then I think the Chiefs came back out. Ended up punting the ball after that, and I was like, look, yo, I got a bad feeling about this. If the 49ers come out and they can move the ball at all on this drive, even if you get 3, I think we're in a bad spot. You're down 10 already. If they go up 17 or go up 13, this could get ugly. This could get out of hand quick. Another thing I noticed all game, the Chiefs, I don't know if you saw this. The center for the Chiefs was snapping the ball horribly all fucking game.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
All fucking game. Like them bitches was to the left, them hoes was to the right. Cha-cha real smooth. Them shits was up. Them shits was on the ground. Like, I'm like literally like, bro, you're putting that ball any and everywhere but where my hands are at. That's crazy. So, mind you, and that's just the thing for me where I was like, I'm not gonna hold you. To me, this is like Pat Mahomes. Like, remember when Bron did the 3-1 comeback? Like, this is like Pat Mahomes' version of that, because it's like I've been saying this since like the second, probably like the back half of the year. Like, if Pat wins the shit with this team, with the shit they've been dealing with these receivers not catching shit, if y'all win, I was like, listen, this guy is. I mean, mind you, not that I needed Pat to prove that to me because it was Pat already, but it was like seeing it happen in real time and then thinking to myself, like, I remember on that last drive, right? It was 22-19. This is in the OT. Or no, it wasn't even 22-19. It was 19-19. And I remember the Niners had the ball on like 3rd down, and I forgot what happened. And then 4th down came up. And I was just like, you guys got to go for this. There's a minute 57 and they've got 2 timeouts left. If you don't go for this, this game's over.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I remember that because I was like, you don't give the ball back to Pat with as much time. No, it wasn't overtime. Sorry, that was the end of the game, I think. And the score wasn't 19-19.
Yeah, that was the issue. They shouldn't have kicked. They had to have went for it instead of settling for the field goal.
Yeah, I think what it was. I think it was
time on the clock.
Yeah, I think it was 16-16, right? I think in 4th quarter before they went to overtime. And I remember, like, don't kick this field goal. You got to get a touchdown here. I know it sounds crazy because the game's tied. We get a ball back to him. All he got to do is kick a field goal. But if you kick a field goal now, that's all he got to do. So nothing changes in my mind. Like, it's like you giving him that no matter what. Like, but if you get this tutty, then you force him to go down and get a tutty, which Pat tends to do anyway. So it's like, bro, I don't think you can play the field goal game here. They did. Chiefs do what they normally do. They got in field goal range very easily, kicked the field goal, and then forced overtime. That right there was the first mistake where I'm like, I don't know. Then they get to overtime, and I just kept remember saying to myself, like, yo, look, they had that long ass drive that was like 7 minutes. It was half of the whole overtime quarter. And they had that long ass drive, and I kept remember saying to myself, like, yo, look, I'm telling you, you guys better get this fucking ball in the end zone. Do not, because now, no matter how much time is left, it's going to be like anywhere from like 6 minutes, 7 minutes, 8 minutes. You're going to get Pat Mahomes basically an unlimited clock, the whole field, and say, go score a field goal. Go match that with a field goal or get a touchdown. Are you fucking stupid? You're going to lose. And I remember, and this is the funniest shit. I remember after they kicked the field goal, I remember seeing Deebo Samuel face, and he looked like the only nigga on that sideline who knew.
He knew it was coming. He knew.
Looked like he was the only nigga on the sideline. Like, I don't got a good feeling about this. Oh man,
I don't feel so good, Mr.
Starr. Yeah, like you could tell he was the one nigga who was like, nah, something's not right. Something's not right. I'm just getting that feeling. Fuck, something's not right. Something's not. I don't. And you can sort of see it. And then I remember there was a point. It was maybe like 1 or 2 plays into the Chiefs drive, and I remember seeing Brock Purdy on the sidelines warming up, and I remember bursting out laughing because I was like, I was like, my brother in Christ, you are not going to see the field again. I'm like, he's not kicking this field goal and giving the ball back to you, brother. They're doing what you should have did, which was play for the fucking win.
That was a severe underestimation on the coach's part. And I think after the game, players or in the news cycle, people were saying like they didn't know the rules of the Super Bowl. Like they thought they were just gonna keep going back to back scoring until the time was up. Like,
well, I don't know why y'all would have thought that when there was a big fuss made about these rules getting changed against Pat Mahomes. The rules got changed. And then on top of that, they explained the rules to y'all when the overtime period starts. So you must have just already had your mind made up. And even though they told you new information, it didn't matter because your mind was already made up.
So, nah, we about to duke it out, yo. We going back and back.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So a lot of people did that whole they shouldn't have got the ball first because then you don't know what you need. And then listen, here's my counter to that. You're playing fucking Pat Mahomes. You know exactly what you need, buddy, and it's a touchdown. I don't fool yourself. Don't trick yourself. This doesn't have to be any harder or easy. You don't need to know. Oh, you don't gotta watch the Chiefs score first. Oh, they kicked the field goal, so we can either kick a field goal and keep going, or nigga score a touchdown. What the fuck are we talking about? Score a touchdown. Period. That's it. I don't want to kick no goddamn field goal in overtime versus Pat Mahomes. I need a touchdown. I don't want a touchdown. I need one, nigga. I can't. There's no world where I'm gonna say to myself, I'm comfortable giving Pat Mahomes an unlimited amount of time, basically, unlimited amount of timeouts, and all he has to do is get 3 points. I don't trust that. I will never trust that. I will make him have to score a touchdown. There's no other way to play it. So to me, that was just, I don't like them getting the ball first because they didn't know the overtime rule. That's whatever. Like, it is what it is. I still think they should have played it like, look, it's Pat. We give him the ball back. He's playing to do or die anyway. Because do you think on that last drive when Pat Mahomes was down 3 that he ever in his mind thought he was going to kick a fucking field goal?
Hell no. That nigga's running up the field and scoring.
So thank you. So what do we even talk about then? If he's going to play, if he needs a touchdown, that's how he's going to play it. You need one too. You don't shit. That's easy. That's easy to me. So that's why I'm like, that's just a miscalculation on the part of whoever's making it, which I guess would be Kyle Shanahan. Whoever's making that decision of like, no, this is all 4 down territory. We need a touchdown. I'm not playing the field goal game with you, bro. I'm not playing the field goal game with you. Not with you. Like I said, we shit on Dan Campbell for not taking the field goals against a lot of the teams, but against Pat Mahomes, brother, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Like, would you do that at the time? No, you wouldn't, right? Because you know Tom would do you like that, right? Like, so don't do it to this nigga neither, bro. So that's it. The game ends. I was crying because we was watching the game. My brother was talking about patty melts. He was like, yo, this nigga Patty giving these niggas patty melts. And he was like, the game over. Niggas gonna go back to their hotel room. They walk in, it's just a patty melt on the counter. it got your favorite meat, your favorite cheese, sauce. He know exactly what you was looking for. He know the exact order you wanted. Hey, look, man. Sorry about tonight, man, but here go your patty melt with the TM, with the TM on there. But yeah, so that whole thing went crazy. So yeah, all in all, good game, great Super Bowl. They had the parade. I'm sure you've seen some of the news about the parade. There was a Blickington at the parade.
This is America.
Mm-hmm. And from what I've seen, they basically was saying this was like a personal dispute between 2 people that just ended up with them booming and shit in the crowd. Which is very odd because I've seen this get politicized so nastily. People just trying to work their agendas in, like, oh, here's so and so, his name is da da da, and he's an illegal immigrant, and then literally somebody else was like, I was there. I remember that guy because the fit he had on. That guy was belligerently drunk all day. I promise you, that guy didn't boom nobody. Like if he's on the ground standing next to a cop with his hands behind his back, it's for being drunk. I can assure you.
Wait. I haven't looked into the story. They didn't catch the guy that did the shooting. They're just accusing random people.
No, so what was happening was, think about it. It's a parade with, by all estimates, there were 1 million people there.
Oh.
In fucking Missouri, buddy. In Kansas City, Missouri. There's 1 million people there. So people got to realize this happens at almost every parade. We saw this happen at the Toronto parade when the Raptors won their chip. There was a shooting at that parade too. Because again, you're inviting everybody in the city to one place. And if I know my op is going to be there, brother,
I'm keeping it on me.
I'm keeping it on me. And as soon as I see him, it might get up. It might go that way. But I just saw it was nasty because literally I seen today, right as of right now, they got the shooters as 2 juveniles. So when you running your little article talking about this 41-year-old illegal immigrant, that's just some drunk guy that got arrested.
Why are they even bringing him up when they caught the people that allegedly did the shooting?
Up until then, they didn't. And I want to push an agenda. That's why I highlighted the fact that he's an illegal immigrant. You get what I'm saying? I want to push an agenda, brother. And the nastiest part is that it was posted with a picture of him being arrested at the parade. But the problem is, buddy, there's 1 million people here. I would suffice to say 80% of them are drunk. If 800,000 people are ever drunk at one place, I'm probably arresting at least
calamity.
Yeah, I'm probably arresting at least 200 of you. So my whole point is, buddy, is like this guy's sitting there on the ground, hands behind his back, He was probably just, you know, the shit like you bumping into niggas, a cop catch you. Hey, my man, you all right? And you too drunk to talk to the cop. Yeah, exactly. No, I'm fine. Just got the cop like, yeah, no, come on, bro. What the fuck? Come on,
act
dog.
like you've been there, man.
So it's like so that's why I'm like, but it's so nasty to watch how like this is what I mean, like this age of misinformation, disinformation, bro. Like you have to genuinely and truly be willing to dig into anything and everything that matters, because otherwise you're gonna get fed bullshit for all types of fucking stupid reasons. Like somebody just wanted to pull like with no facts, with none. I just scrolled an article, saw a picture of a Latino dude getting arrested, and I'm sure the caption probably wasn't even the shooter gets arrested. It was probably just man gets arrested at parade or some shit. Like, you know what I mean? You just took it and ran it and put your own narrative on it because you wanted to push this illegal immigrant shit. And it's like, bro, this is so nasty, yo. Y'all are so sick. And then meanwhile now, imagine you get smacked, go to the Chiefs parade, come home and find out you're the poster boy of all the ills of America. Like, you come home, you just look at this fucking piece of this bastard. Whoa.
Oh, all I did was get drunk at a place where you're supposed to get drunk.
Okay, listen. I all right. I probably had too much Casamigos. I get it. I understand. I respect that. But all it is kind of crazy, no? Bro, it was just I don't know. I mean, I got drunk, but shit, a lot of niggas get drunk. I don't know what's the problem. So yeah, I thought this was nasty as hell how they like politicized the shit out of the shooting, and it was just so fucking weird because I'm just like, bro, y'all are insufferable.
These nasty individuals that are going on the list.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're already on the list, brother. So what we want to talk about? We want to talk about the new NBA analytics, or do we want to wrap this up with some gaming things?
What analytics are you talking about?
Okay, so they're not actually analytics, but so I sent you something to the group chat, and I sent it to Raevin as well. But I was sending how there was a person on Twitter who was using like the astrological signs of players and coaches to determine their synergy.
Yeah.
To determine their synergy. And while the person did have some misses, of course, everyone has misses. I mean, hell, some of the best experts in the world got misses. This person who I don't know their level of basketball, I understand. I couldn't tell you. But this person had some takes that were eyebrow raising, to say the least. Like, I just seen some of them shits. I'm like, I mean, god damn, now if that ain't the exact take, I mean, I don't know what else to say. Like they literally had one, like mind you, the opening one I sent was basically them saying when Dame first got traded, they were saying Dame gets traded to the Bucks. It's an awkward fit. The synergy is a C+. I see a downgrade in synergy from last season. The talent is there. The chemistry may face some issues. They'll still win games, but because of talent, not chemistry. And that's literally that was September 27th.
2023, yeah. I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened. Then they also had a post about Darvin Ham when he got hired. His synergy rating was a C. It was even lower than that. And it said, with Coach Ham being a fixed sign, let's see. This may cause some conflict and energies throughout the season. He's a fixed sign, so it may be more challenging for him to find the right rotation since he will be fixated to play and implement his style rather than adapting to each player's strength. That has been the greatest critique of Darvin Ham this entire fucking season.
Yeah. I saw what you sent and I was dumbfounded.
I'm like, look, somebody knows something, goddammit.
I'm always amazed when I see pages like that like predict stuff and like the predictions sometimes turn out to be right. I'm just like, how are y'all doing this?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, don't get me wrong, someone else had a thing where they showed from the same page where they was like, well, they also said Doc Rivers was gonna be really like Doc Rivers was supposed to be really good for the Bucks. And I'm like, I'm sure he will.
He ain't been really good for nobody but Boston.
No, but I think what the whole point was they'll be good synergy wise, right? He's basically just saying like, look, Doc will help, like, and I respect that because think about Doc has always been a player's coach. Like that's about where it ends, but he's always been a player's coach. Like he's always like the players tend to not be very mad at Doc. Like it just be niggas don't get the dub, but I thought that shit was crazy because I'm just like, this is such a funny way. Like when I look at shit like this, and then I think about the fact that that one girl in our fantasy league literally picked their team off of niggas' smiles. And like, you know, like I think I've had this before where like literally like you'll just place a bet based on a nigga astrological sign. Like, I'm betting on Aries tonight. Who's the Aries? Like da da da. And like niggas like, oh, that shit don't work. And it's like, yeah, but what happens?
It worked.
What happens when the Aries you bet on is like, you know what I mean? It'd be like, oh, Jameer Gibbs and so and so, like, you know what I mean? Like, and you feel like, okay, well, you did pick some niggas, like, like you did pick, like, for example, it's the smiling thing, right? When she picked the niggas who were smiling, like, it's funny as hell. You just think to yourself, that shit don't work. That shit, my nigga, she had Le'Veon Bell and David Johnson. This is David Johnson, Arizona Cardinals David Johnson.
You know what it is? The smiling shit works because niggas who win be smiling. Niggas who don't win be angry, be grimacing. So like she really had it on lock and didn't even know it.
Oh, speaking of that, they got some posts from that IG page of that lawyer who got caught up with that shit with a Young Thug and them.
Oh yeah, she guilty.
I don't know if you've seen these things. She's not. We're not gonna see her for a little while.
Wait, but what all happened with that?
She was just tweaked out. She was posting insane shit on her page. Like, I'm like, baby, you are not one of the gang.
You think she is?
What else?
Pee-wee Longway?
Yes. Oh my god, I see the exact same one that you're looking at.
She's going away for a long time.
The got proof one.
Booker boys, she's going away.
Not hashtag got proof as a tat is crazy. You are a lawyer, yo.
Act like you've been there.
What else? Oh nah, that anime nigga was mad funny.
Anime nigga, you talking about the nigga yelling during the fight?
Yes, bro. That shit was so
even funnier than what he was saying at the beginning of the video. The nigga made a grunt that sounded just like Goku when he be playing like, ah! Like he was really fighting.
He said, "Come on, nigga.
What are you gonna do about it, Robert?
What are you gonna do about it?" I was like, "Yo, this nigga was built for radio." All right, what's going on?
I want to know the story there. Why was the other dude not fighting back? Because he wasn't even really hitting him that hard. He hit one hit where I was like, "Oh damn!" But everything else,
the other dude was bullying him, and I don't know if that nigga just was not expecting him to turn up like that. So he just was like, he was like, "Yo, I didn't think it was gonna be all that."
Yeah, nah, but see, that do be happening because I promise you, I've seen that with my own eyes before, where it's just like niggas will play with the wrong nigga, and I'm just like, no, that nigga's quiet. He not a hodo. Like he just quiet. He don't say much. Like, but trust me, like I literally watched that happen in one of my classes. These two white boys is getting into it, and they both small. They both like 5'3" type shit, 5'4" type shit, and like they both getting into it. So literally, mind you, I hear these two badgers fighting next to me. I'm like, boy, what the hell going on? Yeah, I'm like, boy, what the hell going on? And I'm looking and they arguing. They like, oh, son, and you can tell like it's one aggressor and it's a kid who's still sitting down while the other nigga stand up. And he just kind of like, bro, look, like I don't even like you got a problem. I don't. So I really don't know what you want me to do. Da 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 this and that. They sitting there, they da da da, and they getting into it. And then the kid standing up, push him. So the dude's sitting down. He got his backpack on still, and he's sitting down, mind you. This nigga turns like towards the opening of the desk, slowly unhook his backpack, slowly stand up, and they immediately get to scrapping. And he start talking like I'm talking about. They moving desks and everything. Like you could just hear Matt hustling, just mad grunting and shit. Like the desk sliding across the room and shit. Teacher is in the front of the room watching. I don't know if she is in a trance, like she is in a domain expansion at the moment. I don't know what was happening. When I tell you, like she's scanning the room with a smile on her face, and I literally looked at the fight, looked at her, looked back at fight, looked back at her, and then stopped on her for a little bit. I'm like, she really don't see this? Or you just ain't want to get involved or something. Like,
yeah, no, she knew. She's a good one.
And I look back, and then literally, mind you, the kid, long story short, the kid who started this shit was getting cooked. He was getting cooked. Boy, he was just getting, like, he wasn't even getting punched on. He was just getting wrangled around. Like, they the same height, same size, same everything. Like, it's just the kid who was sitting down, he got up and he just started, like, he grabbed nigga by his collar and was just dragging him. Like, and I was crying watching this shit. And I'm like, bro, leave that nigga alone. I don't even know how this started, bro. Leave that little nigga alone, bro. You was talking spicy to him. He was still sitting down like, bro, I don't have a problem with you, bro. Like, this shit is one-sided, bro. Like, you got a problem with me. He said, nah, now we got a problem. He said, all right. I guess I have to show you something. So look, man, leave these quiet niggas alone, please, bro. Because people fail to realize them quiet folks are also the people who the quiet people are also the folks who will, how do I put this? They'll execute you, I guess, for lack of better word.
The right? School in the trench coat.
Like not even on that, like, but it's just like those are people who they fight for survival. They're only like the way they see it is I can talk my way through all of this, I can litigate my way out of this. If I have to fight, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to go home. And it's like you don't want to fight people who have that mentality. I promise you, I assure you, as someone who carries that mentality, I listen. You do not want to fight niggas with that mentality because it's like when that fight do start, you are now catching a beating for everything that's going on in that person's life. Like you getting your ass whooped because they daddy wasn't there. You getting your ass whooped because they mama wasn't there. You are catching all the ass whoopings for other niggas. So it's just like,
That's
dog, I promise.
Was it not the generational trauma ass?
No, really. No, really. Like, I'm telling you, those are the people you want to leave alone for real. Because it's like, dog, it's like you got. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, bro. Like them those ain't the niggas. Because the problem is you don't know what their limits are neither. Like an ordinary nigga who you seen fight all the time, you know exactly what he will do and won't do in a fight. You have no clue what that nigga over there want to finna do. You don't know what his rules of engagement is. You don't know if he be gouging eyes. He be biting niggas. You don't know if he scratch. You don't know if he gonna hit you in the balls. Like you don't. And I promise you, that's the last thing you want to be doing is taking a nigga seriously. Y'all getting into scrap. Y'all done, and he gonna grab and twist. Yeah, it might be slow for you. And look, all's fair in love and war. Should have been told.
Yeah, if I'm in a situation where I'm really. It was one thing in school, but like as an adult, if I'm ever in a situation where I have to fight, nigga, I'm fighting for my life every time. As an adult, because there's no other reason for me to be fighting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, literally, I'll do whatever.
Situations where I need to fight. So if I'm fighting, nigga, this is it for you.
Yeah, I'll do anything, bro. I'm telling you right now. Please don't pick me. Do not pick me, brother. Because I want to win this fight as quick as possible with as little harm done to me as possible, which will involve hitting you in the balls, in the throat, in the eyes, really all the weak spots.
I'm cheap too. If I think a fight about to start, I'll hit you first. You going down before we even need to start fighting.
Oh, this is terrifying. Not terrifying, but this is just Oh no, that's what they say when Raven start fighting. Let's see. No, I was just looking at this thing. Apparently, California Highway Patrol has these series of alerts that they send out when people go missing. You want to know what the one that they send out for black kids is called?
No.
Ebony alert.
Yeah, it's the Ebony alert.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Listen, I'm here to tell people the LAPD, the NYPD, and like the worst people in human history you can think of are all the same people. It's all the same people.
No, that's
Their whole logic is like, oh well, you know, black children.
No, hold on. What's the Asian one called?
Huh?
What's the Asian one called?
They don't got one.
Nah, make one. Call the yellow alert now.
They
Now.
like, oh, black people don't receive enough attention when they go missing. So this one is like nigga, that just means they're really gonna ignore those.
Yeah, that
because
is
it's like, oh,
you're making it
like,
easier for racist niggas.
you're making it easier to ignore.
I don't like black people, so if I see an Ebony alert, immediate ignore.
I'm not looking.
Not to mention, they also created they don't notify people's phones with this. They're just posting this on Twitter.
Yeah. What? Dog! This is blatant. This is literally.
I mean, it is. It's the LAPD.
Because too, like, the child that went missing is like I don't know how to say this, like a popular 13-year-old sex worker. I don't know. That's a crazy thing to say.
Yeah.
What?
She was on a Soft White Underbelly apparently.
Yeah, her mom was also actually on the first season of South Central Baddies.
Okay. One less reason to
Wait,
watch that. Huh?
You said South Central Baddies?
Yeah, so imagine like so like I don't know if you've ever seen or heard of any of the baddie shows. Imagine a bunch of women in a coliseum that's disguised as a house, and they have to do activities, but these activities are really excuses to fight, but they're disguised as activities.
Dog, they just keep changing shit. It used to be Bad Girls Club, then it was the Real Housewives. Now it's the Baddies Club.
Okay, so take the worst.
All different things.
Right, but take the worst of everything you mentioned, and then then again, and I can't stress this part enough. Really, really make this feel like a gladiator coliseum vibe. Like really make you are fighting for your life.
Fighting. That's it.
You are fighting for no, you're not just fighting. You're fighting for your life specifically. There's only one person who's supposed to walk out of here.
Why don't they just make some sort of sporting event for women to fight?
Oh, they do. They have those. They also sponsor them.
I know,
they have that.
Joking. They have UFC. I was joking, but I'm saying, why make this whole series about women? There's other ways to instill drama than just fighting.
The part that kills me about these baddie shows, though, is there'll be like 10 episodes, and it's like, you know, like, all right. So, for example, like, let's say a regular.
How many baddie shows, and how long has this been going on for?
There's hundreds of them at this point. I don't fucking know. They got a baddies of wherever, not hundreds. I'm guessing, but there's baddies of South Central. They got LA baddies. I'm sure they got. I mean, they got the regular baddies that Natalie Nunn does. I don't know if you know who Natalie Nunn is, but that's why she's.
I know who she is because she was on Bad Girls Club when we were in high school.
Right, and so she created.
And she's now on another reality show.
Well, yeah, she created baddies. Yeah. She created baddies, right? Yeah, and so she created that, and then of course a lot of people saw how successful that worked for her, and they decided, oh, let me try to re-rock that formula of getting a bunch of girls in one spot. It's smoke, it's static. We got now. One thing I will say, funny enough,
all this bullshit is on Zeus Network.
Well,
no, it's
Natalie
on
Nunn's is, but there's a whole separate network that does the.
There's a baddies net. Oh my god, the black community is doomed. There's a baddies network.
Look, all we need next.
Is this like a paid subscription service? Like you pay for like Netflix? Yeah. Just to watch baddies.
No, there's a bunch of shows in there. There's
a bunch of different shows that have a similar.
Now, granted, I'm here to tell you the premise behind every show might be slightly different. It's still a coliseum where you fight. Just understand that part never leaves.
How much is the baddie subscription?
It's $5 a month.
Yeah, okay, $5. Yeah.
That is fair. I was gonna say $3.99, but $5 is fair.
Yeah. And so the other thing that kills me though with them shows is where like, and this is the part that really kind of get me mad sometimes, is I'm just like, I'm sorry, y'all have 10 episodes, and by episode 8, we're doing the first activity. Like, that's crazy, because they spent so long fighting and beefing for like there'll be whole episodes where like there's times where I watched the show and I forgot I'm watching the show because
just watching people fight.
No, because think about it. Remember, Real Housewives, all the shit you named, Real Housewives, Bad Girls Club, all of those shows had a couple things that people don't realize are very crucial in reality television, right? Camera cuts, background music, transitions, all of these things, storylines, dare I say. All of these things make reality TV shows easier to follow. And without them, sometimes you just feel like you're a person in the room watching women argue for 26 minutes. So there's times where I'm literally watching, I forget I'm watching a show, and I'm just like, what did I put on? Like, I put on a show, right? Like, what am I watching right now? Okay, yeah, the TV, right? Sorry. I forgot what I was like. There's times where dead, like it'll dead just be they scrapped at one point in the episode, and then they talking amongst themselves for the next 15 minutes, talking hella shit, and then they link back up. One other person group from the group fight another person from the other group, and it's like the whole episode will be like 30 minutes, no background music, hardly any camera cuts, no transition to the next scene or the next story or the next plot point. We about to sit here and this fight is finna linger for 40 minutes. To the point where you genuinely forget you're watching a show. This is programming. You forget you're watching a television show because you just think you're in a room with a bunch of bitches that want to beat each other up. Like you totally forget. Oh shit. Oh, y'all was supposed to go to the club.
I was going scuba diving. Shit, I totally forgot about that.
Damn, y'all was supposed to go scuba diving. I forgot all about that shit. Because it makes sense. Because
scuba diving.
Because she got the bikini on. Yeah, that's why she got the bikini on. That makes sense. That's crazy. I forgot all about that. That shit kill me. But yeah, so I say all of that to say,
no lesson, just like the series baddies.
Yeah, no takeaways.
The only takeaway is protect your neck, nigga.
Do not get skinny.
Yeah, no, the only takeaways is do not talk about these bitches' kids. I'm telling you right now. Yeah. Do not mention that dead mother or them kids. Do not do it. Those is the quickest way. You mention that mother who wasn't in her life. Again, remember the generational trauma ass whooping? You finna catch one. You finna catch one. Because as soon as they start bringing up the deceased relatives, they're like, all right. You know what you finna get. So as long as you know.
They gotta be doing, I mean, like, these reality shows are always scripted, so like
listen.
No, not now that's TV.
Again, I really cannot convince you. When I tell you there is no storyline, there's no like when I tell you
the reason I said this gotta be scripted is because either you're so confident in your ability to fight, or you're so stupid you don't think somebody will beat the shit out of you for mentioning a dead family member.
Oh, it's both.
It's gotta be scripted.
They're very confident in their ability to fight.
Yeah, even the ones who can't fight. That's kind of how it works.
But that's like most of them be throwing them things. So
yeah, listen, it's a few of them. It's a few of them who like it's.
No, the dogs is
what? So the situation you just brought up with somebody brought up a dead family member. Did the one that brought it up get their ass beat, or did they win the fight?
No,
she did.
She won the fight. No, yeah, I'm about to say she got her ass whooped.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So
she got her ass whooped and then hid, and then tried to hide because I think that one ass whooping wasn't enough for old girl and was like, nah, I need to double up.
Exactly. Nigga, I haven't got this rage out. I gotta fight you again.
But that's how you know it's not scripted. That's how you know it ain't scripted, because it's like
the only reason I said this gotta be scripted is because if you know you can't fight, why are you insulting somebody's dead family?
Well, the thing is, she could fight. That's the thing. She could fight. She just couldn't fight as good as the.
She couldn't fight her.
I just couldn't fight you.
The other girl was significantly larger.
Why would you
Yeah.
insult somebody
Now see,
significantly worse than you?
now see, this is the plot point that I don't understand. Like, cause I feel like niggas understand this, and I feel like
Yes, yes.
niggas are probably reluctant to do that more so than women, and I'm curious why. Because women would like it'll be a 5'5" girl that's like 140, and she will see a woman who is built like an NFL linebacker, and she will decide it is in her rights to talk wild spicy to this woman, like she won't get bold. And I just don't, for
I
the
don't
life of me, I
understand.
can't understand that. I just
A
like because
nigga that is 5'4" is not gonna say anything to a nigga that is 6'2".
like Grant, no, he might. You'll get one, but that'll be it. It ain't gonna be a lot of y'all. But again, the whole point though is this show perfectly picks, not perfectly, but they pick people who they know these niggas are gonna win, lose, or draw. They're gonna talk that shit and they're gonna stand on it. And if they gotta fight you for it, they're gonna fight you for it. Now, whether they win or not, they might lose, but they know they're picking people who are so confident that they're always gonna talk their shit and they're always gonna be willing to fight you for it.
But what is the premise of the show? Like Bad Girls Club, they
That's
want
it.
money. What?
What
They
do you mean?
do. They
There's
do
no
get
premise.
paid. They do get paid on the show.
What do they really? Because honestly, I'm very curious to know what that payment is like. I feel like they paying them in promo or something.
They do get paid. They do get paid.
How much is it?
It's not a lot, but I know they get paid.
Imagine you go on a show and embarrass yourself, possibly get beat up for $15,000.
Shit, it's probably lower
Yeah,
than
that's
that.
around
Low?
how much it
I ain't
is.
gonna hold you. If you tell me 15, I think that's even a little healthy for what the.
I keep bringing it up, but Bad Girls Club, because this is the prototype. This is what I actually watched back in high school. Bad Girls Club, they were competing for like hundreds of thousands of dollars. Competing.
They were not. They were not. They weren't competing for $100,000.
It
They
had
were.
to. It
Bad
had to be
Girls
like
Club
100,000.
in Bad Girls Club All Stars, they did. That was later on when they had like an Olympic style show where they take the most famous people each
Plus the
season.
show,
But
we're also Bad Girls Club is old as well, so it's like those pays are not like those numbers are gonna look low anyway. Like I'm seeing some that say 500 a week.
500 a week.
That was about the average for a reality TV show star around that time. Whether if you were on Bad Girls Club or The Real World, any of those house style Jersey Shore, any of those kind of like in the house style reality shows, 500 a week was about like it was minimum wage.
I didn't even know that they got paid to be on the shows. I thought you were there for free, and then if you win the big pot at the end, you win.
Oh, hold up, guys!
No,
I'm on
later
ZipRecruiter right
on.
now. The average salary for a Bad Girls Club is 15 an hour.
Yeah,
still minimum wage, so you're still right. I did not know they got paid. I thought they were there for free, unless I thought they were all competing for winning the big pot at the end.
Mm-mm.
Huh.
The premise of Bad Girls Club was supposed to be this is going to be for people who wanted to rehab their persona, so like learn how to better handle conflict and things like that. All of these things that never actually happened in the show, but
Yeah, which we
Shout
also
out.
know was that was just lip service. But you know what? At least I
You
respect
saying
some of the
that?
older ones enough to try and attempt the lip service. These shows now is just like, look, I just like to see bitches get in the ring, look bad, fight. Like
basically, yeah.
Saying that is the first time I've ever heard that. I had no idea what
I
the
didn't
premise
either.
of Bad
I
Girls
didn't.
Club was.
I thought it was exactly what the show looks like.
Yeah, I had no idea there was a premise behind it. I just
That is crazy. I never was there ever like a therapist or something on that show?
There actually was.
What was
I
there?
do remember the
Yeah,
therapist.
there was
What?
therapists on set.
Okay, that's what's up. They need one for these other shows. I know they can't afford it.
There's other shows, they're not trying to hide it, so they just
Guys, hold on. I'm looking at a AI generated article talking about baddies. This is the funniest shit in the world. Hold on. Let me the primary time of the show, Baddies ATL, The series was created following an episode of Zeus's The Discussion, in which highlighted cast individuals from Miscreant Girls Club.
Miscreant Girls Club. Bad. Oh my god. Bad Girls Club got to be copyrighted, so the AI had to scoot around it.
The
Miscreant Ladies
ladies, or
Organization.
I guarantee you that Bad Girls Club is
That's a
copyrighted,
pod
and they
title.
had to skate around it.
That is a
like, bro,
pod title.
literally, like, bro, what the miscreants, Miscreant Ladies Club. You niggas are funny. And DJ Out of This World, child. I don't know what that means.
Oh, because one of the DJ's name is DJ Sky High. So
Oh my
DJ Out of
god.
This World, child.
Oh.
Listen. AI video may be the end of the world, but AI text, brother.
I love how they refer to
That's
Zeus
years,
as Zeus Organization. That's what kills me. Like, they sound like one of the Tekken bosses, the Zeus Organization.
The Mitsima Haibashi.
They got, hold on, unscripted TV dramas including Lovely Young Ladies Lit, Portions of Drea. I don't know what that means.
Okay,
Pieces
wait.
of Drea, right?
Portions of
No,
Drea?
wait, but the actual show is called Doses of Drea, by the way.
Doses. Oh my god, this is AI to the fullest. Adolescent
Drea,
mother.
Drea. Wait, hold on. This is too much.
Oh, that's supposed to be Teen Mom. Okay, I see what they're doing.
Wait, Drea from IG, the IG model, has a show?
I guess she did on this one, right?
He had one. It was called Doses of Drea. It only had one season. It was boring.
Not the previous Oxygen series, Troublemakers Club.
Oh man,
this is killing me. Hold on. Now they got another one. They're talking about other channels' unscripted TV dramas, including Multi-Day Life Partner.
90 Day Fiance?
Yeah, and ABC's The Unhitched Male, which is The Bachelor.
Yeah. I want to hear what they say for Octomom.
This is well, they call Teen Mom adolescent mothers. Oh man, this is hilarious. Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm just having fun reading this AI fucking article. It was a contender on season 2 of Affection Games. Troublemakers Need Love as well.
Oh, was this Love Games?
I guess so.
Bad Girls Need Love too, or something.
Oh, Natalie Nunn also featured on Lifetime's Mom Girl Examination.
Mom Girl Examination.
What is that?
Oh, it's all Lifetime. I don't know what that is.
Mom Girl Examination.
Not the lead maker of Baddies and the Terrible Young Men.
What is the Terrible Young Men? Yo, this AI
This AI funny as fuck, bro. Oh man.
Oh, Mother-Daughter Experiment Celebrity Edition. Lifetime Mother-Daughter Experiment.
I'm screaming. The Miscreants Ladies Club is killing me. Oh, this is funny, boy. What website is this? ZGR.net. This isn't it. Oh, this is like an aggregate website. I've been here before.
It's like, who did you write this for?
Yeah, right. Who, like, again, like, well, I guess when you type in Baddies Pay per episode, it comes up second. So
why?
I couldn't tell you, but look, I'll tell you what. It's time for us to get the hell up out of here. We're meandering at this point. But yeah, listen, man.
We like to meander.
We do. We're quite the meanderers. That and Billy biting my fingers now, and I know once I stop, she'll start barking. So, all right. Any last words? Anything else?
Don't support Zeus T.
What happened?
No, I just said don't support Zeus. It is putting black people back hundreds of years.
Oh, this is, but not all the rapping about killing and drug dealing and cheating on your wife.
Wake that up.
I at least enjoy that.
I at least enjoy that. Listen, I like seeing baddies beat each other up. I ain't gonna hold you.
Oh, see, this nigga like seeing women get hurt? Come on, dog.
Listen, as long as I ain't the one doing it, hell yeah. Talk to him. Listen, I ain't the one who did it, so I mean, I'm cool. Whatever they decide to do with each other, like shit, they put it on TV. I'm finna watch.
It's not on TV.
It's on laptop.
It's not on
laptop.
It's on laptop, bro. That might as well be a TV.
I might have to check it out for free. Obviously, I'm not gonna pay for such drivel.
Such drivel. I'm crying. I'm gonna listen. You watch filler episodes of Naruto. It's the same shit.
No, don't ever just like that. I was skipping the whole seasons of Naruto.
Say, if you watch filler for anime, I mean, shit, it ain't no worse than this.
I mean, some filler in anime. Some filler in anime is fun. Like they have the random beach episode or the episode where they play baseball. Naruto's filler was a flashback to some shit you saw 2 episodes ago. That shit used to piss me off. That shit really used to make me fucking mad.
Yeah. I tell you what, I didn't even watch Naruto long enough to catch that filler. Or maybe I did. I'm sure they probably did have filler in the first 20 episodes. Them niggas is sick.
Oh no, Naruto Shippuden is where all the filler was. Naruto was fine. Shippuden is where they grew up, and Naruto became Hokage and all that. The end of the story that you didn't get to.
Okay, didn't. That's all right. Oh, okay. So people are asking how do they unlock the naked mods on Tekken. You have to have a PC first, hornball.
If you have to ask for that, you already need to be put into a home.
Word, like. But out of curiosity, where do y'all unlock those mods?
Come on, you gotta go to Nexus.
It's cool. I mean, I promise. I'm not looking for them now. I ain't even booked that, for real. I ain't bookmarked that.
You gotta go to Nexus mods, yo. Come on, yo. I'm putting you on.
No. Listen, I heard you. I already wrote it down. For my studies, of course.
Actually, I don't even know Nexus mods. I just use that for Fallout New Vegas mods. They might support other games, but I just use it for Fallout.
Oh, did you see that glitch that people were having where they were plugging in for the PC version of Tekken? There were people who were playing like, I don't think this is like a Tekken specific thing, but there was a guy basically who would plug his PS5 controller into his computer and use it on his computer, and then he started getting these emails from Sony saying he was buying shit, so he thought he was getting hacked. The controller's inputs were still inputting on his console while he was on PC, so his shit was at the shop buying all types of random ass games. He spent $100 on Justice League.
Yeah. No. I've experienced the reverse of that, where I'll my PlayStation controller is plugged into my laptop, and I forget to unplug it. Now my PlayStation is on, and then I'll start playing on PlayStation, and then random windows are popping up on my.
Oh, that would terrify me. That would fucking terrify me. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't know if he's like using Bluetooth or something. That's kind of crazy. But like mine, if I just unplug my controller, my laptop is no longer connected to my PlayStation. So it's not like connected to it like the actual PlayStation is with the PlayStation controller. But that happens like literally every time I play on my laptop.
They got a picture of Kelly Rowland and Shannon Thornton together. And I wish the picture would load so you could see it. Mercedes. I know that doesn't help you, but that helps some.
Mercedes.
From a TV show that you didn't watch. Don't worry about it.
Ooh.
Wait, Shannon Thornton is Mississippi.
Oh, Miss Mississippi, sorry.
Nigga didn't give me the right reference on a TV show you didn't watch. I wouldn't have known.
Well, my girl wouldn't finish the series with me, so it's really her fault.
Oh my gosh, we actually did finish that episode.
I wish I knew how the series ended.
Oh my god. Of P-Valley.
Oh.
You gotta check it out.
Hey, look,
I'm sure I won't.
Worst case scenario is booty butt every episode. It's booty butt every episode. Worst case scenario.
P-Valley is one of those shows that's just, it's like Euphoria. It's just not. I'm not really interested.
Yeah, me
Well,
neither.
I got Kyle to watch Euphoria as well.
Bro, why is you fucking snitching? Oh my god, bro.
He was up there watching everything. And
These
he
niggas
liked
will
it.
tell. Oh yes, that
And
shit was.
he liked it.
Yo, that shit was
And he
alright,
liked
bro. That shit was alright.
Nah,
Like,
he liked it.
honestly,
He
I
was
think that.
babe, you ready to watch Euphoria?
Oh my god, bro! I only did that for like the whole second season. Like, why you guys making it seem like I did that the whole time? I only did that for half of the episodes.
I feel like when I was in high school, I would have really liked P-Valley and Euphoria because I was watching shows like The United States of Terror and Hung. I feel like those shows.
I need to rewatch the United States. I actually rewatched the United States of Terror because I have a patient who has DID right now, and I always remembered hearing that show was like a it was exaggerated but still accurate representation a little bit.
Oh, what else is
So
this lady in? Because this is gonna sound so crazy. I hate this lady's face.
What lady?
Oh, the girl from
Collette.
she's Toni Collette.
No,
she's
she's
from
the mother from Hereditary.
Oh, she was in Hereditary.
Yeah, Hereditary.
Yeah, the mother from Hereditary. She was
I
also
am
in the
your
Sixth Sense.
mother.
Huh. Look at
She
that.
was in the Sixth Sense.
Yeah, apparently.
I didn't
Was
know
she
that.
like the mother or something? She was Lynn Sear. I don't know who the hell that is. And huh, interesting. But yeah, Toni Collette, she's always just had that face to me where I'm just like, I'm scared of you. You scary. Is everything okay?
No, have you seen the movie she be in?
He said, no. Haven't you seen my movies? Mafia Mama. Okay.
Oh, she's been in a lot of things that I've seen, and I just didn't recognize her because I didn't know who she was until the United States of Terror and then Hereditary. But she was in
Krampus.
She was in Little Miss Sunshine.
She was in
Yeah, she's a very popular actress.
She was in Nightmare Valley or Nightmare Alley. Sorry.
Oh, she was in that Daniel Radcliffe Nazi movie where he was like, "Shut the fuck up, N-word."
Oh, I'm not familiar.
You never seen that clip of Daniel Radcliffe where he's in
the
FBI and he's trying to infiltrate a Nazi organization,
but I don't remember it.
He uses the hard R very hardly.
Ain't that how hard R's get used?
Yeah, but he said that shit. It was like fucking it was like Kylo Ren in that one movie when he called that nigga that was Danny Radcliffe in this movie.
Gotcha.
Yo, that spear chucker shit is hilarious every time I see it. It is never not funny. All right, let's get out of here. Yeah.
All right. We good to go.
Something said.
All right, well, ladies and gents, Sentient Piles of Rebels, it's been another one. Episode 124. We are up out of here.